Listen, now that game looks fucking some shit off of fucking PlayStation 6.
That's some phenomenal.
But it's
shit,
crazy.
Man.
It's crazy.
It's on PlayStation 5 dev kit. It's on PlayStation 6 dev kit. I got it from D-Batch. D-Batch said that's bullshit. It's running on so D-Batch says, you know, that's not running on a PlayStation 5, that's running on a PlayStation 6 Pro.
Facts.
It does not look as good as Mass Effect, but
my god. What's up, man? What's up, everybody? So we live. Grand opening, grand closing. What's going on, man? It's your boy Puerto Rock 77, your only friend in these YouTube streets. We got the crew together in full force. Cause you know what I'm saying? We you know, the Xbox guys are dominating the airwaves, and we can't have that. They do too much. You know what I'm saying? They're doing too much. So we throwing up like Voltron. We're putting them in check. We're gonna push out the truth. You know what I'm saying? So of course we got the J-Dub, the antagonizer. What's going on, brother?
Facts. What's good, everybody? Hit that like button. Y'all know what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, hit that like button, right? Of course we got Craig Harris, who to this day still wondering what a 52 CU is. We may never get that answer. I don't know. Hey, maybe Nvidia might tell you after they buy AMD.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. Good point. Yeah, I sent an email to Stu, but Lisa Stu's not gotten back to me yet.
He's like, he sent it on Twitter DM. What's a CU? Blocked. You are blocked from seeing this user's tweet.
Yeah, Lisa Stu blocked me, I think. She kind of sent me this crazy looking emoji, like, what?
What the hell is you talking about? Like, go ahead. And then of course we got the best list of YouTube.
Yo, what's good, guys, man? What is good, man? It's been a minute.
Man.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, man. The boys, you know, the four horsemen. The boys are back in town, man. It's a good day, yo. So, man, where do we begin? Like, I wanna address the topic that recently happened because us four never got a chance to talk. I know we talk on Twitter or whatever, but I think this is gonna be the first time live we address the elephant in the room, and that's Microsoft acquiring Activision. I think, you know, because I don't think we got together, right? Because that happened like Wednesday or whatever.
Yeah.
So I want to get your guys' opinion in this room, right? With us four, you know, because we're gonna talk about this 60 frames no lag way, right? We're gonna start out with the Messiah, right? We're gonna go crazy right off the bat. Craig, what are your thoughts about Microsoft acquiring Activision? Something that would just be like a fairy tale joke. It actually happened.
Yeah, I thought it was great. They're a subscription service. They're going to a subscription service, so they need content, and I don't expect this to end. I'm hearing other things that they may try to get their hands on, and I certainly hope they're able to do it. I just they no longer, people got to understand that they went to a subscription service model. I mean, I talked about this on my podcast the other day. That is a totally different model than what Sony and Nintendo use. So their goal is to get Game Pass or a form of Game Pass on all devices, all of them. So that's why I've stood by. Shout out to J-Dub here and King Thrash. Shout out to King Thrash, because we have been telling everybody that Game Pass is coming. You know, and you will get a version of it, call it Game Pass Lite, on PlayStation, because that's what they need to happen. And again, people keep on saying, oh, well, it won't never happen. But again, Kevin Feige talked to Amy Pascal 2 to 3 years before Amy Pascal relented and said, okay, we'll let you use Spider-Man in the MCU. So again, for people to say, well, it never happened and things like that, they're retarded. It is going to happen because it's a subscription service. EA Pass, or whatever that is, whatever that's called, that's on PlayStation, and it doesn't have every single thing. So you can get something like that, but I love it. We need more like that. And I was so hoping that I would never have to call in the B2 and get one man army again. But I guess I got to put up with it for another 3 to 5 years. So it is what it is.
Thanks. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, there's really, I love it. People were upset with Aaron Greenberg. I don't know why. He was who plays Smash Brandy's Cooch. I mean, they made fun of that game in The Last of Us Part 2. If you played The Last of Us Part 2, when Dina is with Ellie, they say here's an adult film. It's a porn. It's called Smash Brandy's Cooch. So I mean, again, I don't, it's stupid at this point. It's over. I told people a year ago, 2 years ago, the console war is over. So that means these idiots that built their channels on it are going to have to, reach deep down, grab their nuts, and actually do some different things. And they don't know how to do it. So I've heard people saying, well, I'm committed to having Sony do the right thing. It's like, you dumb bitch ass. They have the biggest movie. Can you imagine these guys going to Sony's board and say, we want you to do the right thing? And they look at their numbers. Okay, we have the biggest movie in the world, Spider-Man. Can't tell us something about that. They look at their numbers for PlayStation. Sony bought more studios, 5, in like 16 months than they did the whole previous generation. They're fine. God of War, I think, another 1 million copies on PC. Yeah. You got to shut up at some point. All right. It's no longer it's not about Sony anymore, because they're fine. It's these idiots. It's and what do y'all call them, the YouTube streets? It's them. They're the problem. It's not. It can't be Sony because they're making money.
But but Craig, it's okay. It's okay, because these same guys, right, for everything that they've been saying for the last 9 years, they've been wrong every step of the way. Whether it's T-flops, whether it's RDNA, whether it's ray tracing, no matter what it is, right? They've been wrong every way. That's why we've been having fun mocking them. Now, my thoughts on the whole Blizzard Activision. I'll be honest. Microsoft, they need something. Bethesda wasn't enough. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think Blizzard Activision is enough, because Sony dropped their Horizon Forbidden West trailer, or not even trailer, their preview today, and everybody's talking about that. Right? The attention goes to the games. All of those acquisitions from LLCs, developers, and publishers and stuff like that shouldn't mean anything to a gamer. The only thing that should matter was, what does this mean? When am I going to get a game out of this? Right? And all of this stuff, these guys have spent $70, $80 billion on all this stuff. And we have yet to have one game to come out of any of this. And we don't know when we're going to get a game out of any of this, right? But we do know we're going to be playing God of War this year. We do know we're going to play Gran Turismo and Forspoken and Sifu and Horizon and Final Fantasy 16 and on and on and on, right? We know we're going to be playing the bangers, the goaties. These guys have to sit on their hands to the end of the year, sometime in December, maybe November at the earliest, right? Before they can come out of hiding again. So that's why I said it really doesn't matter. I'll stand by that. It doesn't matter. Microsoft can spend another $100 billion until they are able to drop some bangers and get some games in people's hand, and for us to see that the quality increase and not decreased. It's not going to matter. Gamers have short attention spans. At the end of the day, it's about the games, and it should always be about the games. But that's my take on it. Right. It doesn't matter.
Jay Breezy, did I miss your thing? I know how to step out for real quick.
Yeah. So the question is, like, what's the impact as far as Microsoft acquiring?
We'll start with that. Overall, what's your thought about this? If you want to go straight into the impact, that's fine. Because we never talked on the air together to get each other's views, on a podcast, whatever, since this happened. So I'm interested in hearing.
Yeah, I was shocked when I heard the news.
It's interesting because you're a COD dude. So this is actually a huge impact for you, because you're a COD dude. You out of all of us, you are definitely a COD player.
Yeah, I love Call of Duty. It's one of my favorite franchises just to play. The last couple of CODs hasn't been like the greatest outside of like Cold War for me. But I still enjoy playing the game. It's my pastime. You know what I mean? And I just play it. Yeah. But for me, this was a shocking news. This was big news. I think this is a big win in my opinion, for Microsoft, not only on a Call of Duty perspective, but just from a competitive, gamer side perspective, where they can brand Xbox and market Xbox in a lot of events that go on throughout the year, where that's brand recognition right there. Not on a sale wise, but Call of Duty's hosted by Xbox, Overwatch hosted by Xbox, StarCraft hosted by Xbox. That can just boost them right there.
Yeah.
The franchises that they have now in their bag, from mobile to console, you know what I mean, it might not be like the greatest of like critical reviews, but when it comes to what gamers buy, huge impact for them, because this was a direct blow to PlayStation, in my opinion, because as you can see how quick they responded, as you can see how quick the market responded, and things like that. I feel like overall, though, Microsoft and Phil, I don't know if you want to get into the whole Phil Spencer quote yet, but
we'll get into that. We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. Definitely we'll cover that because we never had the opportunity to talk about it together anyway.
Yeah, but I think this is big news for Microsoft, man. PlayStation, in my opinion, I think needs to react. I know everybody's going to probably disagree on that, but I feel like
we're going to talk about that too. We're going to find out. We're going to talk about that too because I'm interested because I'm seeing some shit from the PlayStation community that I'm like, wait, what? Like, all right, we're gonna find out right now.
Yeah, this greatly affects PlayStation. You know what I mean? If the game is being pulled off of the console, this greatly affects PlayStation. And as far as the whole Game Pass thing, I don't think me personally, I disagree with Craig. I don't think Game Pass is going to come to PlayStation. I just feel like on a manufacturer point of view, I don't think PlayStation is going to put it on there. I don't think PlayStation really want to convolute their platform with a whole bunch of services. And I don't think Microsoft is going to force PlayStation to be like, put Game Pass on your console because we got COD. I don't think it will make any sense for Microsoft to do that because you're cutting off potential sales of $70 to $120, from people that buy COD every year. It does I look at it like I look at it like this. Microsoft's biggest game is Minecraft. It didn't use Minecraft as any leverage to put Game Pass on the opposing console's system. You know what I mean? That's their biggest game. You would think with that game they were forced to use put Game Pass on your console if you want to play Minecraft. No, they didn't do that. What they're gonna do is they're gonna force people to sign into an Xbox account to bolster their numbers and things like that. But I don't think Game Pass is gonna come to PlayStation because of Call of Duty. Absolutely not.
All right,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Okay. We got Project Cloud last week. He made his premiere. Awesome. I'm like, cool. So I gave him the badge. I'm like, yo, you could come in. You did good. I was kind of nervous because when he first logged on, I started seeing the video, and I'm like, why is he showing the video? Like, this guy's about to show us a dick pic or something. I'm like, fuck, this is what I get.
Oh, man.
This is what I get for trusting these guys with no avatars, bro. But he was legit, man. So Project, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, man?
How's everything?
I'm back, so thanks for having me. Yeah, doing well. Just craziness still that's going on because of last week. So
so let me get your view, and then I'm gonna hit up my view on this. So let's get yours out the way. What do you think about this whole, what just happened, pretty much?
Yeah, you're specifically talking about
the acquisition.
Xbox,
acquisition,
attempting to acquire Activision. Yeah. I mean, it's the transformative acquisition if it happens. Which, honestly, at this point, we should assume it probably will, because Microsoft will work with the agencies and governments to get it passed. So, yeah, it's a huge deal, and I get it. It ultimately that's going to depend on like what games do you like. But honestly, in terms of the industry, Call of Duty is basically the number one title every year or so, and then you get Blizzard. That's just pure bonus. So, I mean, honestly, Microsoft probably could have paid the entire $70 billion for Call of Duty alone, and it still would have probably, in a sense, been worth it. If you think about how many units and how much revenue that brings in all the time. So, Yeah, it's huge, and I can't wait to see how Sony is going to react. And I get it, they don't have to buy Take-Two, they don't even have to buy Square Enix or Capcom, but I suggest that they should make a big move now that their competitor is really trying to basically overpower them, even if Microsoft is more intending about competing with Google and Amazon and Netflix, for example.
Okay. All right, so thank you for point. So I'm going to bring up my point, and then I'm going to lead to the next topic, right? Or the first topic, really, right? Because the first topic I want to ask, does Sony need to buy Take-Two? That's the first question. But let me give you my point on this acquisition to set the baseline, and then I'm going to hand it over to you guys again. And we're just going to answer that simple question, right? So my view, I'm similar to what, Jay Barr and Project Cloud is. This is huge, right? And this is a blow to PlayStation. This was like Bethesda, right? You had a lot of people that bought Elder Scrolls games, Fallout games, they're on Elder Scrolls Online. But it was kind of like, we kind of like shook it a little bit, right? It's kind of like getting a jab to the face. You brush it off. Like, okay, whatever. But this move right here is kind of like, Microsoft, put Sony on the floor. Sure, Sony got back up, but this is a knockout count in their in a game of boxing in score count, right? Because this scenario was what we used to make fun of people of. Oh, there's rumors that Microsoft's buying EA. Oh, there's rumors that Sony's buying Take-Two. There's some rumors Sony buying, Microsoft buying Ubisoft. We're like, nah, whatever. We're not paying attention to that. That actually happened, right? And when you look at Call of Duty, right? Call of Duty is a game that is above Metacritic. If you look at, there's a few games out there that Metacritic truly don't matter. And Call of Duty is probably the number one example of that. Nobody even does a Metacritic prediction for Call of Duty because no one cares. The game sells like a AAA blockbuster that comes out every 4 or 5 years. Call of Duty does that every single year. And no matter what shooter or multiplayer game comes out, even if it's free to play. Oh, we got Fortnite, it's the biggest hit. Well, Call of Duty's still selling. Oh, man, we got Overwatch. Call of Duty still selling. Oh, man, Apex came out, man. Fuck Call of Duty. Nah, Call of Duty still selling. Oh, my God, Battlefield. Call of Duty still selling. Since 2007, nothing stopped Call of Duty. Nothing. The worst Call of Duty still sells more than 15 million. The absolute worst. That game it's like Madden in a way. I think it's even more than Madden, more powerful than Madden. Like nothing can stop the Call of Duty train. There has not been a first-person shooter since 2007 that comes close to replacing it. Sure, those older shooters are successful. Fortnite, very successful. Apex, very successful. Overwatch, very successful. Warframe, very successful. But none has been able to diminish the consistent fan base that constantly goes after Call of Duty, and that game sells 15 plus million every time, right? And a game like that, and here's the thing. The reason why it's a big blow, because I'm looking at it as, then this is why I'm saying it's a big blow. Because I'm looking at it as now the culmination of games PlayStation lost. I'm not just looking at it as Call of Duty, right? Before Bethesda, and this is what's going to lead into my first question. Does Sony need to buy Take-Two? So let me preempt this. Before the Bethesda purchase, before the Activision purchase, PlayStation was a console where you got your goaties, right? You got your Horizon Zero Dawn. Yep. They got Spider-Man. You're going to get your Uncharted, The Last of Us, Naughty Dog, right? But we took for granted all the big IPs you get. But because they're third party, we never really argued them. Because it's like, it's third parties, you could buy whatever, but it's on PlayStation, right? And the big third parties that sell big, kind of like to what Jay Barry alluded to, the Elder Scrolls, the Fallouts, the Call of Duties, right? Diablo, right? What else? What else IPs? Doom, Prey, Evil Within. What else? Whatchamacallit? You see what I'm saying? That PlayStation got all that. When we never thought twice, we took it for granted that that's just stuff that's always gonna be there. Hell, at one point we were talking rumors of Starfield exclusivity, timed exclusiveness. That was a conversation. Oh, we hear Sony trying to get Starfield as a timed exclusive. Because we honestly took all that for granted. When we look at PlayStation for decades, we took for granted the hard work they put in to get in third party, whether it's day one multiplat or timed exclusive or exclusive, because that's just natural to the PlayStation ecosystem. We just get those games, right? Yeah, we're going to get the Oblivions. We're going to get the Fallouts. We're going to get the Skyrims. We're gonna get the Mafias. We're gonna get the Grand Theft Autos. We're gonna get the Call of Duties. We're gonna get the Battlefields. We're gonna get the 2K. We're gonna get the Madden. We're just gonna get them. It's just that's not a concern for PlayStation, right? So we focus always on the exclusives and the first party because the third party is a no-brainer. Because when you look at all these games, they sold better on PlayStation. Elder Scrolls sold better on PlayStation. Fallout sold better, right? Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. In the realm of consoles, not only were they on PlayStation, they just sold better. So it's like we just took it for granted. But today, you don't got getting Elder Scrolls no more. You're not getting Fallout no more.
Yeah.
Starfield, you're not getting that. Right? Evil Within 3, if they decide to make one, you're not getting that. A new Doom, you're not getting that. A new Prey or new IP from that studio, you're not getting that. A new Outer World, you're not getting that. And now we look at Activision, you're most definitely not going to get a new Diablo. If they decide to say, hey, we're going to make Warcraft for consoles, well, PlayStation ain't going to be that console. Call of Duty, right now, we're living off of contracts. Supposedly, I think, and we'll talk about it more, I guess Sony has a contract for 3 more Call of Duties. But what happens after? We don't know. Right? Look at the position PlayStation's in. PlayStation went from the platform where we took for granted. We took these titles for granted. Right? We took them for granted. It's automatic. Yeah. You're going to get that. It's PlayStation. Like, no shit. So my question asks, all right, and this is where it's going to lead to my question, should we buy Take-Two? How much more can be taken before we now realize, hold up, there's a problem? Because the games we take for granted is there no more. It's just not there. So what's left? Remember, we never had to put God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted, Infamous, The Last of Us, that group of games versus Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Call of Duty, Doom. They never collided because they were all on the same platform. So you never had to worry about, do I play these group of games? Or do I play these group of games? Because they were all on the same platform. Now they're not there no more. You see what I'm saying? So here's the next best. And this is why I want to lead off to everybody so they can understand. What if in 2024, the next news is Microsoft buys Take-Two, Rockstar, first party, Grand Theft Auto 6, Xbox PC only, Mafia, Xbox PC only, BioShock or a successor to BioShock or System Shock, Xbox PC only, Borderlands 4, Xbox PC only. So my question, does Sony need to do something, right, and buy Take-Two? Or do they just stay the course and not worry about buying anybody? And just let Microsoft do what the hell they want? So who wants to answer that question first? Well, before let me get to the super chat. Let me go to super chat. So CB3 to our super chat, he says, Jay, tell him what we found out on your stream, bro. Which Jay? Mm-hmm. Jay Barry or Jay?
Talk about it.
Okay, okay. All right, so we'll talk about it. Scrolling down, I think that was it. Okay, so Craig, you want to tackle that? Listen to the scenario I just told you about. What PlayStation was,
heard you.
And now what they are. What do you think?
Well, I mean, they responded already. I'm pretty sure that I think there's a game coming out Friday if you want to play it, that Uncharted thing. If you want to go back and play that at 60 frames or 120 FPS, allegedly, we'll have to wait and see when people go out and get it and they're able to test it. The best thing for them to do is just do what they're doing. There are 3 publishers that are out there that all combined cost about $10 billion. One is Bungie at $2 billion. The other one is Capcom at $5 billion. And the other one is Square Enix, roughly at a little over $2 billion. They would have to overpay, but they could probably get all three of them for $10 billion. Now, but to me, the reaction is like seeing that Horizon Forbidden West, which again, I don't think it looks as good as Mass Effect, but that's my opinion. But they're already flooding the zone. So, that's all people are starting to talk about right now. So that is the best thing to do. But Microsoft isn't done acquiring. There's another studio in Canada that makes a lot of games that's in trouble. It's called Ubisoft. They're having a lot of the same issues that I think is the next one to drop. But there's plenty of studios. I don't Take-Two I'll never say they won't do Take-Two, but EA already tried to buy Take-Two a few years ago, and Take-Two had too much cash on hand for EA to really get their hands on. That was years ago. But
it was like 2012 or something.
Yeah. They just said, "No, we got too much cash on hand." So, and they still got a lot of cash on hand to grab, but doesn't mean they won't. Again, I keep saying this. Microsoft's going to a subscription service, so they're gonna have to go out and buy other studios. But to me, the best thing they're doing is, they've got Gran Turismo, may or may not be delayed. They've got Sifu coming out. They've got marketing rights, I believe, to Elden Ring. They've got the Uncharted game coming out. They've got Horizon Forbidden West coming out. They've got Forsaken coming out. I mean, they literally have a game dropping. It feels like every 6 weeks. And so you just flood the zone. But I don't think they need to buy Take-Two. But let's say they did. What would that change? So, Porter Rock, to kind of go back to you, let's say Sony comes out tomorrow and they buy Take-Two. What changed?
What do you mean what changed? What changes? Microsoft didn't take. What changes? I'm gonna tell you. What changes?
Didn't lose it.
No. What changes? You will never see the statement. Microsoft has GTA exclusive. That's what changed.
Oh, okay. All right.
Did you not hear? Bro, I just asked you if you understood what I'm talking about.
I do understand what you're talking about. So,
bro, listen. You think Sifu, and I even throw in you think Sifu Forspoken can balance out Grand Theft Auto 6 exclusive to Xbox? Really?
No, I didn't say that.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. That's the crux is this.
Okay, so you're looking at it for tit for tat. Oh, okay.
No, not even tit for tat. Imagine you wake up one day and Grand Theft Auto 6 or any Grand Theft Auto and no Red Dead is no longer on PlayStation. That's it.
Okay. That's it. Well, I mean,
that's devastating for Sony.
I guess that would be.
That's the point I'm trying to make. You already lost Call of Duty. You lost Elder Scrolls. You lost Fallout. Doom. How much more can you lose on this platform? Now you're gonna lose Grand Theft Auto. You're gonna lose BioShock. You're gonna lose
games on the PS2.
What?
Were any of those games you just named on the PS2 besides Grand Theft Auto?
Which one? BioShock wasn't even made on the PS2.
Okay, then then that answers your question. And
how does that answer my question? What?
I agree with you 100%, Porter Rock, because
what is he talking about?
Look at it like this. It's becoming a thing where, especially after this Activision thing, you have to secure these IPs, because at the end of the day, PlayStation is putting out millions upon millions of dollars to have exclusive content on their platform, and then Microsoft is going right after and then buying the fucking publisher. It is getting ridiculous. If you look at the track record,
I want to ask everybody this question, because I have a feeling Craig is almost like the guys I'm talking to on Twitter. So I'm gonna ask you this one question: is PlayStation success based on when you buy a PlayStation, you buy it for PlayStation games like Nintendo? Is that PlayStation? Is PlayStation the console for PlayStation games? Is that really the success of PlayStation? I need to know.
Based on their history, that PS2 isn't that one of their top selling consoles, or the top selling console?
It is the top.
And what's the number one selling game? Okay, what's the number one selling game? What's the number one selling game?
Most of their money from?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry, you cut out.
Where do they get most of their money from on PlayStation?
I don't know what their top selling game is on PS2.
It's Grand Theft Auto.
Okay, well that's what I said. I said minus Grand Theft Auto, that's the top selling console.
What
made that console the top selling console?
I will tell you all the other games that made it out. Most of the top selling games on PlayStation 2, really their top selling first party game on PlayStation 2 is Gran Turismo. That was the only first party. That is the only first party game that broke 10 million. All the other top selling games were third party. All of them. The Maddens, NBA Live, Grand Theft Auto, Final Fantasy, Metal Gear, that's all third party. That's all other people.
All of them. Gran Turismo is that's their best selling franchise.
And Grand Theft Auto blows out any PlayStation game. Any PlayStation first party game. Grand Theft Auto has always trumped it. And then when PlayStation 3 came on the scene, Call of Duty took over.
No, I got it. You're saying they got to secure something for defense. So that it won't go away from their platform.
Now we getting it. Now, there,
like I said, you gotta look at it like this. You gotta look at it like this.
Now, Craig,
PlayStation did a deal. PlayStation did a deal with Bethesda with Deathloop and Ghostwire. Microsoft ended up buying the publisher. Now you have to be doing a deal with Microsoft. PlayStation spent millions of dollars to secure exclusive content or marketing for Call of Duty. Microsoft went and go purchase that publisher. PlayStation really and truly, as much as people don't want to hear it, as much as people don't want to like it, they have to respond with at least buying a publisher, in my opinion, because if you want to secure it, why would you go out spending millions just to secure exclusive content and this and that? But then right after, these motherfuckers is going to go right behind you.
And that's why I said I named 3 publishers, Jay Barry, and I named their prices. So which one of them should they run out to try to go buy? Understanding that they have to. Well, again, Take-Two too much cash on hand. I gave you three that are feasible to go buy, and those are in the billions.
Unless Take-Two doesn't want to sell, which is fine because then that's safe. But if Take-Two's willing to go on the table and sell, that's the number one priority. Because this is the reason why I don't say any Japanese company. Because Microsoft bought Activision, Japan has a little bit stricter rules on foreign entities buying their companies. If Microsoft, if Microsoft tries to go and buy a Japanese company, Japan's gonna know what Microsoft's doing. They'll be like, "Hold up, you bought Bethesda."
Well, that's what I named. Would you like to see grab Bungie and make Destiny?
Take-Two. Take-Two.
All right, you're saying Take-Two. How much money is Take-Two worth at the end of the market today?
$16 billion, and they can afford it.
I think it was 18 billion.
The only thing with Take-Two, I don't know if Take-Two wants to be bought. Like,
I agree with Jay Barry. I'm trying to give you.
Listen,
hold on. Like Capcom is Sony owns Evo. Capcom's a major part of that. Capcom is like $5 billion.
Listen,
so that's something that they could probably get done. Bungie's a publisher. Hold on, they're worth $2 billion. And then there's Square, which is worth roughly maybe 2.2 billion. So out of those 3, because that's feasible, you're saying Take-Two. Take-Two's probably too much. Let's just bring it. Which one of those 3 that I named would you love to see them get? That's for the whole panel.
Take-Two.
My personal one, I'll go first, is Capcom. Take-Two's not on the table. I say Capcom. That's got Resident Evil.
All the other ones are irrelevant. If you lose Take-Two, it's over.
Okay.
It's over.
Okay, so
listen.
And how much?
We bought Capcom. We got Street Fighter and we got Resident Evil. We got Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead. End the conversation. Listen.
Well, you're saying they should buy something to protect it. I'm just trying to give you a feasible.
I didn't say protect.
You say take
Rockstar. Listen, Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto right now.
Okay, but how much is that?
I told you $16 billion. They're worth $16 billion. That's a lot. They can afford it. Don't worry about if it's expensive. The question is, can Sony afford it? The answer is yes, they can afford it. That's the answer.
Of course they could.
So then don't worry about it. What have they paid? That's their problem. They can afford it.
For me personally, I'm gonna say Square Enix. I think I agree with the Take-Two as well. But just for me, I know it's not about just me personally as a gamer, but for me personally, for the game, I think Square, it would be smart to lock up like Final Fantasy. One of the biggest games that's out right now is Final Fantasy 14. That's a big breadwinner. It would be cool to lock that up because I'm going off a track record. I know PlayStation does great deals. They got a great relationship with Take-Two as well. So I'm not negating that. But I'm just going off of what these motherfuckers at Microsoft is doing. And they are looking at PlayStation like, oh, you doing deals with them? You doing deals with that? Let me go purchase that.
But
real
let me
quick.
tell you, this is why I'm not concerned with the reason why I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm not concerned with the Japanese companies, right? Because again, Japan government has a very more stricter policy with foreign companies, in this case an American company, with anybody buying Japanese companies, right? With Microsoft buying Activision and Bethesda, and then they go to Japan and say, hey, we want to buy Capcom or Sega or whatever, Japan's gonna know, okay, we see what you're doing. And they most likely going to reject it in order to protect Nintendo and Sony. So I don't think Microsoft's going to be able to buy a Japanese company because Japan's going to look at it as a threat for their own gaming companies. So they're not going to approve it. That's why everybody say, oh, they're going to buy Japan. I don't think Japan's going to let it happen because they got to protect Nintendo and Sony. They're going to protect Nintendo and Sony. I think the Japanese company, they have invested interest in protecting their own companies. And after buying Bethesda and then buying Activision, right? They could buy Bungie. That's an American company. So I agree with that.
But that's what I said. Well, and I think, okay, but what if Sony were to buy Bungie?
Take two.
That's $2 billion.
Take
You're
two.
saying take two. I understand that.
No, listen.
Take
But,
two.
Craig, the problem is you're going. Craig, you're going to.
Jay Barry gave a legitimate explanation here.
I'm getting. Listen, Craig, you're going to the supermarket. You're trying to coupon shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Ain't nobody trying to coupon right now. This guy out here couponing. Like, bro, my man, right now he's in Roof Chris saying, "Do you got any coupons?" What? You in the wrong restaurant, sir. You're in the wrong restaurant. You can't coupon
$16 billion.
I'm gonna take. Listen,
3 studios they can buy for that.
But listen. Take Two is more than just Grand Theft Auto. That's just the Michael Jordan. You still got the Scottie Pippen.
Okay, so what else do they have?
Okay,
what
else? Listen. Rockstar by themselves.
Okay,
they own Grand Theft Auto, which sold 100 million last I checked. They got Red Dead. They own Manhunt. They own Midnight Club. They own Bully. They own the Warriors. So right off and remember, they still at one point was able to make a game that was supposed to be a PlayStation. I don't know what happened. They still got The Agent. So that's 7 IPs under their belt.
Okay.
Right? So that's just Rockstar. Then you got to throw in, they got BioShock. And they also own the IP to System Shock. So they got them guys. That does it. They got the Mafia devs. That's them also. They got Borderlands. That's them also. They got 2K, NBA 2K. Now, 2K, that would not be exclusive to them because obviously the NBA license. But Sony paid for the NBA 2K League esport. So now 2K basketball and that contract will stay with them. Sure, the game will still be made for Xbox because of the NBA license. So that will never be exclusive. But the contract to 2K League, that's Sony's thing. So they got that as well. They also got Max Payne. So yeah, now imagine all of that falling in the hands of Microsoft. All of that.
Well, again, okay. I mean, that's like I said. Yeah, I guess they paid $70 billion. Yeah, so I guess you said $16 billion at cap. They would have to pay over that. So you
don't worry about
between 17 and 18
so
billion.
they'll pay $20 billion. Oh well.
I'm not saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but did you hear all the games I just mentioned? That's a lot of shit. Hey, now I'm asking Jay. Everybody else? Did everybody else heard all these games?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Rockstar's new IP and it's not on PlayStation. You telling me Sifu is gonna cover that?
I thought of Sifu as a game that was coming out to play.
But J-Dub, you on here?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear all the content I mentioned? All those games and all those developers that could make new IPs?
Wait. Okay, so this is what I heard, right? And I'll give you my opinion. I heard a bunch of names. Yeah. I heard a bunch of names. I didn't hear any of these actual IPs actually being made or in development or anything. You have names. You're buying a bunch of names, a bunch of IPs, but nobody's actively developing them or anything. You're buying a bunch of fucking names. That's basically what you're buying. Now, here's the thing, right? When you look at it, yes, Microsoft buying Blizzard, Activision, yeah, that was huge for them. But you got to look where Microsoft came from. They really had no IPs worth a damn that nobody cared about. Their console still wasn't selling the way the competition was. They didn't have any games ready, right? So this was a desperation move. And if the government allows us to go through, it'll be great for them, right? Eventually, will they make something exclusive? Maybe so. I don't know. You don't know. We can only assume. But one thing I know, Blizzard Activision is a services company. Well, Sony don't really have they don't have Sony's not a services company. They do make a bunch of how can you say it? single player game, story driven games, right? That is true. That's just kind of what they do. And they did depend on the third party, right, for all of their services to do all of that stuff. Well, here's the thing. By Microsoft buying up 2 big publishers, well, now Sony's going to have to think, well, shit, these guys are bought publishers, and they actually have a service. They're going to have their service with all of these services games in them. So that fits what Microsoft is trying to do, right? Losing if they decide to take COD off of PlayStation and take all those games, that'll be a big blow to PlayStation. Yes, it would, right? It would. But here's one thing we have to think about. Sony cannot match, no matter how much we would want Sony to. Sony can't match Microsoft money for money. They just can't. We need to get that out. We just need to get that out the way. Now, in the past, Sony has been successful because they didn't have to actually buy the IPs. They just spent the money and got the marketing deals. Well, now, like Porter Rock said, Microsoft is skipping the whole marketing deal and just buying the whole fucking publisher with all the companies and the IP names and all that shit along with it. So Sony's going to have to think of something. I'm going to be honest. With them buying Bethesda, with them buying Blizzard, Activision, there is nobody else out there that's creating these services that will bring in what a Call of Duty and a Overwatch and a World of Warcraft does, right? They just don't. Even if they bought Take-Two, you would get Grand Theft Auto, you would get NBA 2K, and you'll get a bunch of names of old IPs from fucking PlayStation 2 era that clearly nobody wanted to bring any of those games back to life because they would have been brought back over the last 3 generations.
And Max Payne is a horrible movie. Yeah. But listen,
Max Payne 3
every year. We sit up and hope that they give us a Max Payne. We hope that they bring out the Agent. We hope that they bring out a fucking Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Clearly, they fucking have no need or want to bring out fucking Grand Theft Auto 6 at the moment, right? So there's a bunch of names where they could potentially take these names, give them to a studio, and have them to create something. But that's just going to take fucking forever, right? It takes time. It takes years and years and years. I think right now what Sony needs to do, I don't know if they partner with a company, let's say, Square Enix. Basically, they technically own Square Enix because most of those IPs go to PlayStation anyway because fucking Xbox dudes don't fuck with those games like that. That's just, it is what it is, right? So we can consider Square Enix in the bag for Sony. Capcom, Sega, all the Japanese studios, right? All of those shit, you can add them, put them under Sony. Sony could buy them tomorrow, and it still wouldn't equate a Call of Duty. What Sony they need a services type game to bring in the revenue stream and to bring in the fan base that what a COD would bring in, right? So if Sony was to go out and buy, let's say EA, regardless of how you feel about Battlefield, right? That's a shooter. They would fucking have to, that would be a shooter that's a services type game under their umbrella. What else EA makes? I don't know, just a bunch of other shit that I don't really care about. But
so EA is actually bad. EA is the worst one.
That's a services game, right? What nobody's really talking about is FIFA. FIFA is the biggest game in the world, right? Because by sales volume, because it sells so many copies. It's a world sport. It is what it is. That would be a big asset to them. And what else? What else EA makes? I mean, EA makes a lot of shit, a lot of trash, but I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of Madden. It's a lot of stuff.
So let me help you out because I war games. Yeah. There's a specific reason why I mentioned Take-Two. I'm gonna tell you why. So we'll look at EA. EA is actually worth almost $39 billion. So more than twice than Take-Two. But the reason why they're worth $39 billion is really powered behind 2 games, Madden and FIFA. Now, Madden, you cannot make it exclusive because the NFL won't allow it. And FIFA, you won't be able to make it exclusive because, again, FIFA won't allow it. And those are 2 games that technically, even though you bought EA, you don't really own the NFL license. You could lose the license anytime. So imagine you buy EA, and then one day NFL decides to give the license to Take-Two. And you're like, oh shit! So now I got Madden with no official licensing, and FIFA says, hey, we're done with EA. We're gonna go with Konami and Pro Evolution or whatever. So now you got a soccer game with no official license. So that's why I don't think anyone's gonna go after EA, because the two main prizes for EA
plus the amount of money.
Yeah. One, they're very expensive. They're almost $39 billion. So you could imagine it's a $45 billion purchase, but it's powered behind games that are licensed. And you can lose that license. So I don't think Microsoft's going to go after EA for, a Battlefield that comes out every 4 years. Maybe some other games. That's not, the reason why they made Activision such a easy buy is because Call of Duty's every year and you own it. Madden and FIFA comes out every year, but you don't really own it. You can lose the license if shit goes wrong. So you're not guaranteed.
You're right, Puerto Rico. You listen. You're absolutely right. Now here's the thing, right? The key word that you said is exclusivity, right?
That's the key.
These companies are in the business of making money. If you were to have a FIFA or a Madden, you wouldn't want those to be exclusive to your platform.
I agree.
Because the amount of money that it's making every year by being a world sport and by having 20 to 30 million people on your game spending money for microtransactions and ultimate, it defeats the purpose of having a service
you don't
and
understand,
having
though.
exclusivity.
But you don't understand. The NFL won't let you. That's why the MLB is no longer exclusive.
No.
They won't allow you.
Absolutely agree.
So that's why there's no point in getting them. Because the NFL is going to be like, no, it's going to stay on PlayStation. That's it.
But you kind of prove my point. If you're going to buy EA,
I'm not the one. I didn't say you brought that up.
You gotta listen. No.
I didn't bring up EA. I said no to EA.
You gotta listen.
I'm right, but to make it straight,
listen.
I'm gonna listen. But do not reverse this argument
on the same.
Okay,
no,
don't because you're making it sound like I'm advocating for EA purchase.
Puerto Rock, right. we agree on the same thing. I didn't say anything different than what you're saying. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying, if you were to buy EA, you were buying knowing that you would want the licenses and the IPs to stay multiply anyway, because you want that same revenue that these guys are cranking out year after year to come in. Why would you, the same reason, right? I'll be honest. I know as much as we're speculating and as much as we're, at the end of the day, we don't know what the fuck Phil Spencer is eventually going to do. We don't know what none of that stuff is going to do. We're only speculating here.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm under the mind, as much as I know the fanboys want fucking Call of Duty and all that shit to be exclusive. Is not going to be exclusive. For one, Microsoft is basically a services platform. Game Pass is its in game. That's its most prized possession. That's what they want. They want content in Game Pass.
Yes.
And not only content in Game Pass, but they see how much money fucking Call of Duty rakes in every year. Let's say $2 billion. Just for that one game, $2 billion. On top of all the microtransactions and everything else that come with that game, Warzone, everything else. They want that revenue to keep coming in. They don't want to stop that revenue, not even at the cost, right, of making it exclusive to who? To a very extremely small install base. Now, keep in mind, Call of Duty sells 70% of Call of Duty purchasers are on PlayStation. So starting off the bat, if you make this shit exclusive, you're losing fucking 70% of your fan base starting out. PC and Xbox is not they only account for 30% of the install base. So if you do go exclusivity, you're cutting out of 70% of the revenue right off the bat. That there, I don't think Microsoft was want to do, because they didn't go out and spend billions of dollars to lose money just to make the fanboys, the Xbox fanboys, happy, right? Just for them to brag. I hate to see it. That's just what it is. That's my theory on it.
All right, so let me ask you this.
For two, go ahead. For the last point, it goes back to what I said. Outside of Halo, Gears, and Forza, Microsoft literally had no other games that was worth the damn. So this was a desperation move. They have a services. They bought 2 publishers that are known for having services. You got your Fallout 76s, your Elder Scrolls Online, and all of that is services. Now you got your Call of Duty, a service. Now you got your Overwatch, a service. Now you got your World of Warcraft, a service. This was a purpose buy. This was not to take it off of fucking PlayStation to get rid of 70% of your revenue so your fan base can fanboy out and say, hey, we got this exclusive. All right, this is why Phil Spencer said, hey, we're going to honor those contracts and we'll see about the future.
You're too worried about the fanboys. Come on.
No, I'm just speaking. Let me ask you my opinion.
All right, so why isn't Spider-Man on Xbox if it's all about money? Because I guarantee Spider-Man will sell 10 million on Xbox. So why come Sony don't do it? I guarantee, Spider-Man 10 million easy. In fact, Spider-Man, I'm gonna tell you, Spider-Man will outsell any game on that platform. Any game, more than Starfield, more. You name a game other than maybe fucking Call of Duty, right? You name a game on that thing, and $70 that they complain about. You put Spider-Man $70 on Xbox, 10 million easy. So why won't Sony do it?
Let me easily answer that. Let me answer that. Name me one multiplayer IP that's better than any Sony's first party IP.
What, that sells better? I can name a lot.
I'm no quality. We're talking about quality.
That's subjective.
No, listen. If God of War,
that's subjective.
You gotta listen. If God of War,
just answer the question. Why doesn't Sony put Spider-Man?
You're not listening.
You're not answering.
It's easy. You don't like you don't like obviously what I'm finna say.
What you gonna say?
That's what it is.
Go ahead. What you gonna say though?
Listen. This is what I'm finna say. The mere fact that Sony has ties, right, to Marvel to be able to, for one, get the IP, to be able to manage that deal, to be able to leverage the other, you got to think about it. This is their strategy, not just to get Spider-Man, but you're getting Miles Morales, you're getting Venom, you're getting Wolverine.
Right,
you're leveraging.
Sell them on Xbox. Sell them on Xbox.
Yeah.
Sell them on Xbox. Put them all on Xbox.
You can't do that because
Why?
It goes back.
Why?
There's no listen. You can't curate the fucking experience by making it a multiplayer. This is why I say
MLB's on Xbox. MLB's on Xbox, and it's fine.
Absolutely.
MLB is no different than any other MLB. Sony made it happen.
It's only listen. How many MLBs have been on Xbox?
Yo, Jay,
isn't this the first one?
Yes, the first one.
I'm asking you a question. I'm literally asking you a question.
This is the first. This is the first MLB to show. Yeah, and it is fine. It is perfectly fine. Nothing happened. In fact, you got more people to play with because it's crossplay. In fact, it got better because now there's even more people playing. Technically, you
sure? Okay.
I play MLB, so yes. Okay. So again, if it's about money. Why? And the reason why is you know the answer, JW. You slick. You just don't want to say it because you already know the game I'm playing.
No,
say it.
You don't
because exclusives sells consoles. Exclusive sells consoles. And you know if Microsoft,
Microsoft don't care about consoles.
No, but they care about. You're right, but
20 years.
You're right.
They haven't made. Listen, the lawyers said, the CFO said, over 20 years we have not made one single dime on consoles. Clearly, Phil says he doesn't care. He cares about the service.
Hallelujah. 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 Absolutely. Preach.
Clearly, he wants Game Pass on any and everything.
Preach.
That's it.
Preach. Is Game Pass on PlayStation?
Okay. No, it's not. Not at the moment.
So then PlayStation doesn't help. Then PlayStation doesn't help Phil Spencer's bottom line.
At the
moment. But right now it's not. And until then, Phil Spencer doesn't give a damn about PlayStation. He cares about Game Pass. As long as you can play game. That's his thing.
Because he has one of the biggest IPs out there. Minecraft is on PlayStation.
But that's because that's because it's already established.
No. But if
so
you want to go with that same theory,
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Minecraft is safe. I'm gonna tell you. Warzone. Listen. Warzone is safe. Warzone is safe. It ain't going nowhere. Warzone's not going anywhere. The Call of Duties that's already established and the Call of Duties that have contracts not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere.
But as soon as the contract's over, why do you think Phil used the word desire? You desire something until you don't desire it.
What the bots do. We're not finna do what the bots do. We're not finna figure out what Phil is thinking into his words.
Now I'm gonna tell you.
We're not gonna do that.
It's better than that. J-Dub. When the contract's over, Jay Barry's playing Call of Duty on Xbox or PC. He ain't gonna be playing on PC, on PlayStation no more. When it's over, it's over. It's done. It's over. That's it.
That's what you.
That's it.
That's your opinion. That's what you think, right? That's what you think.
That's exactly what it's doing.
You think the opposite. I think we'll still be playing it. Now we can make a bet. We can make a bet.
Hey, a AAA game that once the contract is over, the annual Call of Duty will no longer be on PlayStation. Easy.
Absolutely.
That is absolutely why, because he's going to use that game for Game Pass. And here's the thing.
Listen,
do you think
whoever wins has to buy the Call of Duty that is not on that platform?
Yeah, we'll buy the Call. But I don't want that game. I don't play Call of Duty. No, I don't want Call of Duty. AAA game. So that way, I want the game I want. I don't want you. But I'll be like, what the fuck is it? No, and I want the game I want.
You want Bleeding Edge? You want Bleeding Edge?
I want the AAA game I want. Don't give me no goddamn.
Let me ask you this. What Xbox AAA game you want?
What? No, I'm not even getting an Xbox.
What Xbox?
Fuck out of here. I'm getting PC.
No, me neither. Me neither. Facts.
It's gonna be a PlayStation game.
You
know what? I'm gonna have you buy Elder Scrolls on PC for me. That's what I'm gonna have you do. I want Elder Scrolls 6 on PC.
Okay, that's a bet.
It's probably be like $30 on Steam anyway.
That's a bet.
It'll be like $30. But you gonna say, listen.
I'm gonna give you the quality copy.
I'm conflicted in my thoughts with what they're gonna do with Call of Duty in the future because I feel.
Hold on, let me read the super chat and then you give your thoughts. All right. So Upchuck Gaming says, enjoying the pod. Continue blessings to everyone. Thank you very much, Upchuck. Max City Entertainment.
Appreciate you, brother.
He said, Codbox doesn't need you ponies money. Hashtag Bethesda. Fucking shout out to Max City. Now that shit. Hey, yo, post up, man. You talking too much in the chat. I don't know why you're just not in the Discord. I'm gonna send you a link. I don't know if he has a link. I think he does. He talking too much. All right, Cooley Ski. $10 super. He says COD has the illusion of selling systems because it defaults to the most popular platform. Xbox One had COD market for 2 years, and COD switched to PS4. Definitely wasn't because MS couldn't afford it. All right, and then let me see one more. Give me a second. I have to scroll through the chat to read this one. AKA Havoc J-Dub. Answer questions, bro. Lots out loud dancing. What the hell? All right, post up out here. Post L out here hiding. Let me send them a link. So J-Dub, go ahead. J Bar, do your thing.
Yeah, like me personally, if I was Xbox or Microsoft, yeah, like Call of Duty is a strong franchise that, regardless if 70% of the people was buying it on PlayStation,
they're gonna leave.
You know, a good bulk of that people is gonna transition over to play that game if it's exclusive to Xbox or PC. That's how strong the franchise is. I don't think you're just going to have this dormant number of the 70% and then that's gone. Nah, they're gonna mosey on over to Xbox. That's just how it is. But
because it happened already. Remember, during the PS3 360 gen, majority was on Xbox. But once they found out the DLC deal's going to PS4, oh hell nah! For DLC,
but
this is where
that's a disingenuous argument though. Hold on.
Wait. Are you saying that's a no faith argument? Is that it?
Yes. Listen.
This is where
that used to be.
It's not based on good faith.
You can't use that on me.
My point is not based on good faith. It's not a good faith argument. You hear this, J Barry? I just made up.
Me and Porter using our damage controlling terms on each other. God,
I didn't make my argument's not on good faith.
This is where I have the
facts.
Thoughts because
J Barry, what you think?
I'm gonna go based off the things that Phil has said in the past.
Oh, so we can trust Phil. We can trust Phil. We can trust Phil now. We can trust Phil.
He said, "I don't pay to keep content for other platforms."
No, because really and truly, a lot of people want to disregard it, but the Minecraft analogy is a great analogy that shuts down anything that anybody else wants to say, because that is a bigger franchise.
Yeah, way bigger.
The reason,
Call of Duty.
all right, let me
way more money.
Let me bring the point. The reason why they didn't shut it down is because it's established. It's like Elder Scrolls Online. That's staying established.
There's new games.
Annual Call of Duties are not established. That has to get reestablished every year.
But you already said, Puerto Rock, nobody cares. They're going to buy card anyway.
What?
A new Minecraft game that are dropping on PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, Minecraft is basically a service. Shit.
My thing is that I don't feel that Xbox is going to pull Call of Duty from PlayStation. Really and truly, they're in no losing situation here. They're in a win-win situation, in my opinion.
Buy an Xbox, J-Bar.
But
he got a PC already.
He got a PC. He don't like PC gamers.
It happens.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens. But this is just my thoughts. Like, they're not in a losing situation here. So even if they was to keep the game on PlayStation,
multiplayer, you still gonna buy it.
They're still in a winning situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, like, what Call of Duties will move over, or what Call of Duty would do is, like, they would look for that exclusive content.
Yes.
That gets you on the platform, right?
Yeah.
The thing is,
listen, the big deal about Call of Duty being exclusive, not to cut you off, is the fact that the Xbox gamers will get it free. That's it. They'll get it free because it's in Game Pass. That's the incentive.
Listen. Hold on. You dudes remind me of the guys in the movie Netflix Don't Look Up. There's a goddamn comment right towards Earth, and you guys right now be like, "Don't look up." The writing's on the wall. J-Barry.
We got 10 more
J-Barry
on PlayStation.
J-Barry.
I ain't got long. I just want.
The writing's on the wall, J-Barry. You're gonna be playing COD on the Xbox or PC eventually. That's
we won't find out for 10 years, so it don't matter. We'll tackle that when 10 years pass.
They got the contract for 10 years.
This is why I said that my thoughts is conflicted. I'm not.
Is he making up numbers?
I'm just going based off of
the
company's saying.
No, let him finish.
So trust Phil.
What I would do.
Now we trust Phil.
Yo. Hey, P-Rock.
It's Phil we trust.
Hey, P-Rock.
Hey, P-Rock. Y'all sound like y'all motherfuckers that can't recognize defeat. We got enemies at the gate, and these guys like, don't worry. We trust Phil. Shit.
Look, like I said, like the point at the end of the day, the Minecraft point, it trumps anything that you're going to say. Really,
no, it doesn't. Because it does not.
It's true. It's true.
No.
Minecraft makes more money than any of those games.
Again,
it doesn't really make any sense, P-Rock. Because, like I said, there's new games that Minecraft that comes out.
Yo. Y'all got to stop using Minecraft.
I even said Warzone is staying. Warzone's not going away. That's staying. Elder Scrolls Online, that is staying forever. Fallout 76, that's staying forever because those are already established. Call of Duty, the annual game that releases every year, that establishes the new fan base every year. Every year.
Is not.
No, I'm not talking about Warzone. Warzone's consistent.
Every year, it doesn't matter if the game is established.
No, Warzone's consistent.
Oh, what do you mean by Warzone established? Because it's not an established thing. Warzone changes every year with the main COD.
No. So Warzone, that's just update. Listen, I don't need to buy any COD, and I download Warzone and I get all the new content. Because it's kind of like Apex. It's kind of like Fortnite. The seasons just add over and over and over. It's a free to play. You don't even have to buy it.
Warzone is a free to play, but it goes hand in hand with the main game.
But I don't have to play. But you don't have to buy the main.
We got all the guns. We got all the guns, all the weapons, and all this. Even the new map.
But you don't have to buy the game.
Vanguard came out,
I don't have to buy anything. I don't have to buy a Call of Duty game to play Warzone and get all the updates. The only reason why, when you buy the game, what I hate about Warzone is the fact that when
it's like NBA 2K, it's just the fucking same content.
No, you get everything.
Yeah.
Warzone's always up to date. It's like it's Fortnite.
It's the same. Listen, like
Warzone,
it's the same
Warzone
shit.
Warzone is like Fortnite. Everything gets updated all the time. So that's never gonna leave because it's a free to play update service based game. But Call of Duty, the annual game,
Warzone is updated based on the main game.
Yeah, but you don't need to buy the main game to enjoy that. It's gonna get updated if you don't even buy the game. The main game itself has to reestablish granted, the fan base is going to buy it because they buy it every year, but you still have to buy it every year. What Microsoft's going to do once that contract's out, when you buy it every year, you're going to buy it on Xbox, not on PlayStation. So they're still going to buy the game. It's just not going to be on PlayStation. That's the whole point.
Hey, Porter Rod.
That's the whole point. They're going to leave. There's people on PlayStation. That's all they really play. They don't play.
It's not even coming out annual anymore.
What?
It's not coming out annual anymore.
I don't see where a new update of Warzone and Call of Duty being separated. I just don't see it. They go too much in hand with each other. Where people use that to level up.
Change is good, brother. Change is good. Let me say something because I can't take that long. I just want to jump in and jump out. But I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with the assessment that Porter Rock has been saying. I don't know if
you can't believe. I'm the smartest fucker you know in this motherfucker.
Look,
because he want the exclusivity.
J-Dub and Jay Barry are in denial or delusional. But you mean to tell me
you didn't even hear one word that I said?
I heard you.
J-Dub is conflicted. He's conflicted.
Hey, Jabari, y'all keep using Minecraft. You tried to use that with Bethesda, and look what happened. The same things that y'all are reiterating now, y'all applied to when they purchased Bethesda.
Hello, Stuff. How are you doing?
No. This is Xbox logic for you. I'm not even going to let you finish. I'm going to destroy your whole.
You're not going to let me finish.
Because
Game Pass numbers.
They came out very clear, and they specified what is going to stay, what is not.
Absolutely.
Here, the same thing I can say. Why can't I use the same thing that Phil Spencer is saying here, where Call of Duty will stay on PlayStation? That's what he said out of his mouth.
Jabari, let me tell you,
you're not applying that with
that's
the
what he
said, Bethesda, sir.
Let me tell you something, Jabari. We all deserve.
Are you not applying the same logic that you apply with the Bethesda and right now?
Let me finish. We all desire a lot of things, but we don't always get what we desire, player.
Especially not you.
Hold on.
For 9 years, last place.
Kratos been calling Phil Spencer a liar for the last 7 years. Now all of a sudden y'all been calling this man a liar for the last 7 years. Now all of a sudden y'all finna trust his words in one tweet? Is that what we're doing here?
Kratos, do you trust his words? Do you trust his words?
I trust games, bro.
Look, no, you know why? Because he gave the same.
So you don't trust Phil Spencer words?
No, because he gave the same PR talk before they brought Bethesda because he knew.
No, he did not. He did. Bethesda, he kept it clear and concise. What is going to stay and what isn't. Stop lying. You're lying, bro. You're lying.
And what did he say in that tweet? Existing contractual obligations.
He said he's going to keep
Post Up is right, bro.
Call of Duty on PlayStation.
Bro,
we value our partnership and we value Sony. That's what he said, bro.
And PlayStation is great. That's what he said.
He cannot make any business decisions in terms of Activision Blizzard because he don't own the company. So of course,
well, why did he call Sony to talk about it if he couldn't make those decisions?
Let me finish. Because of course, you're in a climate where antitrust laws are changing, right? Where government is going after big tech in terms of Amazon, Apple, Google, Facebook, right? You have even Ralph Nader tweeted about this acquisition. So you have all these people in Congress and government that is zooming in on this transaction here. You have to be the good Microsoft. You have to be the good Phil because you don't want anything. Activision is already dealing with sexual harassment and all of that. So Phil got to play good Phil. He got to play kumbaya with everybody right now until that transaction goes through. Same thing he did with Bethesda, brother. It's no different.
Business don't work like that.
Yes. Yeah.
This don't work like that.
All right, hold on. Let me get some super
Listen,
chat.
one thing we know for sure.
Hold on, let me get some
It's
super
not
chat.
gonna remain dog shit.
That's like you're lying to investors.
Let me get some. Let me get some super chat. Max City. He says ponies keep thinking XCOD want their money. All right, Mandingo Mythic. Oh my God, I got the weirdos. Is that a woman? Is that a woman laughing? Boy, I could make a mom joke right now. And then we got. Listen, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm not saying that. I'm gonna leave that.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know, J-Boy. You don't want to know.
I'm gonna leave that name alone.
You talking about McDickens?
Yeah. Paul. Damn, Paul. He said.
He posted.
Okay, here we go.
Same thing.
And Cooley Ski.
Post bringing people on this chat.
God damn, he's bringing the weirdos from Z's channel. Like, god damn. Cooley Ski. Like, he bringing Mandingo along. God damn. Fuck. Never had I seen that name ever in the chat. But today, post up here, he probably signaled a phone call. He's like, he put up the Xbox. And then we got Kuski. He said,
that's post up soccer account. That's all that is.
That's his soccer account. So Kuski also, hey, super chat for Cooley Ski. He said, if COD sells systems, why didn't Xbox keep paying for exclusivity? Sony definitely. Oh man, that shit jumped out. Okay, here we go. Sony definitely didn't outbid them. Yeah, they did. COD needs the bigger platform to maximize profit. Here's my thing. So I'm not gonna go be lawyer antitrust laws. I just use a basic fundamental practice that applies to a lot of things. Exclusive sells products. Why doesn't Netflix put their exclusive show on Amazon or Hulu? Why? It's because
why did Microsoft have exclusives for the last 9 years? Then?
Because because they suck. Listen, I can answer that because they're trash. That's why they're buying. But that's because that's why they're buying the people that have good IPs, and now they're making one-time multiplats into ecosystem exclusives. That's what this is all about. Listen, we said it in the beginning. Game Pass and Post Up didn't know what I meant. I always told Post Up, Game Pass ain't shit until it has the games people really motherfucking want. I don't give a fuck about Bleeding Edge or the fact that you can play Candy Crush 2 for $1 a month. You got to get big. We've been beating Post Up's head for months, for years. Game Pass is trash because you ain't got shit. It ain't the Bleeding Edge. It ain't the Grounded. It ain't the goddamn Crackdown 3s. You need big titles, and Microsoft at that time with the developers suck ass. They sucked
Didn't have them.
ass. So Microsoft, J-Dub, I'm gonna be honest. This is our fault. We got to take responsibility because
it's Sony fault.
Phil,
too.
no. It's our fault because Phil listened. We kept telling Phil your studio suck ass, and he's like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna just buy Activision and I'm gonna just buy the good developers. So technically, it's our fault.
It's Sony fault too.
So, what if? Let's use the argument.
It's our fault.
What if? No, listen. What if Phil decided to keep the games on everything? What if he decided to keep COD on everything? I ain't talking about just Warzone. What if? Just what if?
Oh, he's an idiot.
What is that going to change?
I would say he's an idiot. That would be the biggest idiot in the history of gaming. In my opinion.
I just want to say this. Let me say this one thing before I go, because I'm finna hop out.
Would he be an idiot, right, for getting all the money, the bag across the board?
No.
Getting it from his platform?
That's small change. That's small change, Kratos. You're talking.
How is it?
The reason why it's small change is because if he puts,
he's getting it from PC, he's getting it from Stadia, he's getting it from
PlayStation. But why he wants? Listen, you know why he wants? But you don't understand, J-Dub. You know why he really wants? He wants fans that buy his games, and they're on PlayStation. that's the commodity. That's the goal. They ain't got that shit. Shut up, Post Up. They ain't got that over there. He wants gamer. Listen, but he needs to get them. He needs to get them, and they're on PlayStation. He needs PlayStation gamers to go on Xbox. That's what he wants.
Let me say this and go. This acquisition has nothing to do with PlayStation. They not even at the table right now. They can't even talk.
We don't want to be.
They can't end the ring. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something,
man. Just go. You were doing so good. You were doing so good.
We don't like the bread line. We don't like the bread line.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
He listened to that. Okay,
this acquisition has more to do with the publisher King than it does Call of Duty. Let me finish and let me explain why. Right. Google and Apple have a monopoly on the cell phone stores. When you buy a cell phone, hold on. When you buy a cell phone, you either purchasing an app from either the Apple store or the Google store. That's why these new antitrust laws are changing. When they name companies in that new antitrust laws, they specifically point out Apple. Microsoft is not only trying to work their way in the mobile area, but they're trying to put themselves in a position to disrupt the distribution model on mobile. That's what they're trying to do. It has nothing to do with
Microsoft. Man, get out of here with that bullshit. Get out of here with that bullshit. Get out of here with that bullshit. They ain't disrupting shit.
They don't have cell phones.
Oh man, get out of here.
King is the third biggest revenue publisher in mobile, bro. Y'all gotta
listen.
Sony ain't Microsoft cable. They can't
listen. Microsoft is one of the right now. Microsoft. Listen, wait. Once this deal go through, Microsoft will be one of the largest publishers in the world, third-party publishers.
Yep.
This shit is going everywhere. Phil been saying this for fucking
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Listen,
hey, hold on. Can I say something real quick?
Everywhere. See, this is. Let me.
Hold up, everybody.
Hold up. Let me help you out, J-Dub, because it's funny because. Fucking Phil's a snakesman, right? He's out here acting like the nice guy. He's your best friend that hangs out with you, and when you go on business, he's fucking your wife. That's Phil. He's like, I love gamers and everything's everywhere. He only gives a fuck about Game Pass. I'm telling you, that's all he cares about.
Absolutely.
He don't care about PlayStation.
Absolutely.
It's all about Game Pass. It's all about Game Pass. That's all it is.
How does Phil Spencer care about games and his favorite game is Voodoo Vince? You gotta think about that.
Is what?
You can come with the
Listen. The funny thing about all this is, right? Microsoft, when in their inception, who they co-publish with when they first came out? I'll wait.
I don't fucking know.
Come on, gamers.
About
Sega, right? Sega, right?
Oh, no. They had they put an operating system.
So they sucked them dry just to become Sega later.
Just become
Listen, it's not
y'all motherfuckers are wilding out. This podcast is wild.
Wait, listen. You want more proof? Sega GT was Forza. Want to make a bet?
What?
Sega GT is Forza. What are you talking about?
Is it? Well, I'm not a racing game guy, so
no, that's true. That is true.
It's true.
No, that's true. That's
I don't know.
No, that's true.
I can't help you with that.
That is true. I'm a racer. Go back. On the original Xbox, I got Sega GT.
Look at Kratos.
You got Sega GT. It literally is. It is. It's true. It's no lie.
No gamers know.
Let me tell you something. I want to say this and then I'm going to go.
He's not lying. That's true.
Y'all constantly sitting up here talking about what Microsoft loses if they take COD off PlayStation. They
don't lose nothing.
They would just gain that back in subscription numbers because COD players will go wherever.
They're moving over.
Y'all never talk in the 360 era when the Red Ring of Death hit. PlayStation, 360 gamers, COD gamers went to PlayStation. They went to PlayStation. In the PS3 era, when the network went down,
faith argument, Puerto Rock. I was telling you about.
Bad faith.
That's not the only reason. That's not the only reason. But they left for a multitude of reasons.
Let me finish. In the PS3 era, when Sony was hit with the YLOD and they network went down,
they left.
Went back over to 360.
They left that month.
God.
They left that month. Yes, they did.
They
left that month. That month, they're out. Jay Barry probably knows. Jay Barry. You remember that a whole month? You couldn't play games online?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What did you play COD during that month?
I didn't play COD back then.
Thank you. Number 2, if Sony loses card, they lose $260 million a year. That's
That's
not
nothing.
about
That's nothing. They make $25 billion a year. That's no money.
Yeah.
Hold on.
They make $25 billion.
Bro,
they make more than Blizzard, Activision, and Xbox combined. So it don't matter.
Kratos, in the last year or two, Microsoft just spent damn near $100 billion on
And they
games,
still
right?
last place.
And you're still third
And
place.
the games are still
And
multi.
you're still third place.
Shit.
But
They still
let me hit up this. Let me pay the bill.
Another $100 billion.
Let me pay the bill.
That's not the point.
Let me hold on. Let me pay the bills.
They can spill a quadrillion. They'd still be last
Let
place.
me pay the bills.
Pay the bills, right?
Thanks for having me, Porter Rock. I gotta go.
All right, bro. Let me pay the bills. We got Xavier Clay, right? Sony should buy Take-Two. I agree. Sony can use NBA GTA Red Dead as bargain chips to prevent Microsoft from keeping games like COD and Elder Scrolls on PS. Well, I don't know about NBA because NBA is going to stay multiplayer. But GTA Red Dead, man, you know Sony. We have no doubt. There is no doubt. If Sony buys Take-Two, we already know what they're going to do. We already know. That would not... Exclusivity would not even be a conversation. We know what they're going to do if they get their hands on that company. Game on Madden.
The business mindset is
Listen. Like I posted...
mindset.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me pay the bills.
Go ahead.
Let me pay the bills. Let me finish. Gamer O'Malley. Why you got posts on the show? That FN doesn't game. Cocoa Puffs. Man, this guy's bringing all the people here. Bottom line is this MS move is good for us gamers. What? Warhammer 62 esports gamer. He said He said this is the dollar. He says you get $1. Shut the hell up. He said, so shout out to Warhammer. All right, and then we got what else we got? We got one more thing. Where's he at? Oh wait, I have to wait till this because it's being cut off from Warhammer. Hold up, man. This thing's acting funky. Hold on, Warhammer. I see you got another chat after that one. I see it, but let me scroll through the room to get it. Okay, here we go. All right, Warhammer says $5. Thank you, P-Rock, for being 100. Of course, this 60 frames, no lag. All right, and it took. Listen, first let me mention it finally took. Microsoft to buy Activision to get All Day back on the podcast. So welcome back, All Day. Welcome back. It only took a $70 billion purchase.
Listen, when the bat signal comes on, I must arrive. You know what I mean? Like it's been a long time.
$70 billion, and All Day now shows up.
Bro, that's my incentive. Now,
all right, go ahead, brother. What you got?
I posted this on Twitter, right? How much did Microsoft purchase Blizzard and Activision for?
Like 69, 70 billion? Rounded to 7 billion, 70 billion.
Okay, 70 billion, right? Mm-hmm. So, would you say Microsoft's priorities is not too much? Like, do you guys want to go with the red pill or the blue pill? I mean, I'm trying to figure out where you want to go because we could talk about the morale, or we could talk about how much money they spent, and Halo's still not fixed. Halo's still not fixed.
You know what? We're gonna go to the next topic. Fuck it. Good segue. Keep going. Anyway, we're gonna go to the next topic. Is Microsoft Activision savior? Because I heard that now. Now they're white knighting Microsoft. Oh man, now that Microsoft Activision, they could fix their practices. Maybe Call of Duty could be once every 3 years. They could get new IPs. I'm listening to these dudes I'm like this. Fuck? Like, did you not realize this is the dudes that couldn't even get co-op on Halo? Is these not the same dudes that they need a major third party, Crystal Dynamics, to help them make their own game? Like, hold on.
Let me pause you right there.
Go ahead, all day.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna raise you one up one. Let me put your pinky up.
Go ahead.
Listen. What are they going to do? When say you have all these acquisitions, I mean, you have a plethora, a smorgasbord, right, of games, right? But what have you displayed so far that guarantees my trust and quality? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Ninja Blade, help. Ninja Theory, nothing.
It's in Game Pass, so you can't complain.
You have all these studios, right?
Yep.
And they still have to prove that they can knock out these games and these games over here. Deal. Now, mind you, we can dig. I mean, I got layers, man. This is a 7-layer dip. I can go layers after layer. Listen, then you got, like I said on the Scumcast last week, Forza Horizon, right? Is one of the highest on games on Metacritic right now, right?
Yeah, nobody playing
it. It is, right? But it's not a coincidence that mostly all the games that get highly Metacritic scores, or most games that are exclusive to Microsoft, are games that you have to make your own fun in. Think about that.
You gotta invent your own shit.
Sea of Thieves. Yeah, all of them. All the games you gotta make your own.
Make your own fun. Forza, make your own fun. Flight Simulator, make your own fun. Right? Grounded, make your own fun. Right? Bro, I'm telling you, they want you to stay lost in these open, empty fucking worlds. State of Decay, another one, right? To keep you occupied, paying that subscription, to keep a carrot on a fucking string, hoping some dope ass third party will come in there so you can hop on it and play it, right? That's what they're waiting on. They want you to forget. Matter of fact, to make matters worse, I unsubscribed from Game Pass 10 days before it was due, and they still charge me. Still.
We're gonna get our money.
Fuck out of here. Fuck Microsoft.
Facts.
He says you can't leave. So he said you can't leave. You can't leave. Where do you think you going? They already got your new credit card. You're gonna have to like call your bank and tell them shut everything down. You know what I'm saying? I got identity theft.
That wasn't me, dog. That wasn't me.
Oh snap! So all right. So anyway, so I think we killed that conversation. So let's move into this one. So that's what I've been hearing, right? That Microsoft now has the ability to fix Activision's issues. Now they're talking about sexual harassment and workplace harassment. I could maybe see that, but they were specifically addressing the games. The quality of the games, which is hilarious when they said they could fix Call of Duty quality. I'm like, are we talking about the same Microsoft here? They're talking about that maybe now they have the ability to no longer release Call of Duty every year. I'm like, so you don't want to sell 15 plus million a year. Okay, that makes sense. And all this stuff. What do you guys think about this whole white knighting that Microsoft can fix Activision from a gaming perspective? Not a personal, because I think they could do that from a personal harassment type situation, professionalism, but from gaming practices. Given the history we've seen of actual Microsoft publishing, do you think Microsoft can actually be
that's comical. like all they said, your flagship game, Halo, the biggest IP ever that you spent over $500 million on, is still a half-ass fucking completed game. Nobody's playing that shit anymore. And yet you went on and moved on, talked about how we can create quality.
Remember I told you
Xbox, Microsoft, and quality does not belong in the same sentence. That's crazy.
No. Hey, Kratos, what about this, bro? We can't even continue the tradition of playing co-op together, bro. Like I said, Kratos, let's boot up that motherfucking Halo. Man, we can't even, bro. Like
May 2022, May 2022.
We couldn't even co-op Battletoads.
That wasn't even online. I don't know. I don't know who made that decision.
The basic shit, right?
Hey, shout out to fucking Mandingo still playing around. He said J Scrub sounds super sus, so in denial. Hope we don't see him on the news with a PS5 shirt. Who did post a brain to the chat, bro?
Says the guy named Mandingo.
Who sent you? Thank you for the super chat, but who sent you?
I told you that's
you know what's crazy? At the end of the day, we still just talking about COD. You know what I mean?
But here's why I brought it up.
I'm worried about having feedback in my skull. Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. Here's the thing. I'm worried about playing VR in 4K. That's what I'm worried about.
I agree.
These motherfuckers worried about.
But here's what I'm nervous
for free.
Here's why I'm nervous. The reason why I keep mentioning about 2K, right? It's not because I want 2K to be ball, because we don't get more games, right? So this whole thing, this whole big publisher buyout, you don't actually get more games. It's just the game stays on your ecosystem, but you don't actually get new games out of the deal, because you would have gotten the new games. Like for example, if Microsoft never bought Activision, if Microsoft never bought Bethesda, they will still get Elder Scrolls and Starfield. So like you didn't get. Now, I could maybe understand the Game Pass guys, because now these games are guaranteed Game Pass, day one. I could maybe understand that, but you don't really get new games. Like, if Sony bought Square Enix, you don't get new games, because we're getting Square Enix anyway. We're still getting Capcom. If Sony bought Take-Two, you don't get new games, because we're going to get those games anyway, right? But my concern is that Sony sees this as a threat to their ecosystem, and it's not a competition about going into this money versus money for Microsoft. Is just strategically buying the most important publishers they think that is most critical. And in my opinion, I think Sony might view Take-Two as the most critical publisher out of all publishers that are on the market. So it's not about trying to buy every publisher, because you can't. Microsoft could easily win that. But for Sony, it's like, we can't buy everyone. But we gotta prioritize. We gotta prioritize. It's not about buying everybody, because Sony cannot buy anybody. But if we did have to buy somebody, who is the Michael Jordan of the market? And that's Take-Two. Because with Take-Two, they got Grand Theft Auto. And what's the, like, let me put it this way. When we PlayStation dudes, we say, yo, Naughty Dog's the best developer in the industry. Who the fuck you got that's better? Who's the number one developer that everybody brings up every time? Rockstar. Every fucking time is right, and they deserve it. They're well deserved, right? Because they technically, when you look at Rockstar, they're that high quality craftsman, story driven. Even though they have this GTA, but when they make their first party, even though I didn't like Red Dead, but majority of their single player games have been bangers. So they kind of fit that quality goatee already, right? So you got that. Then you got Red Dead, right? Now, of course, they're stuck only doing those two games because that's what Take-Two Publishing want them to do, because they want them to focus on the live service, right? So Rockstar's doing what they're told to do, right? But under Sony, they could be like, hey, still do the live service, the GTA Online, we got that. But yo, how about actually finishing the agent for us? The agent. Rockstar be like, who knows? Because Rockstar could be waiting, be like, yo, can we do something more than Red Dead in this? They could be at that point where they're tired of the same two things. But Take-Two Publishing's like, nah, dog, this is what you're doing. If you don't like it, you can leave. But with Sony, they could be like, yo, we need more shit. And Rockstar's like, we got you, dog. We can finish this agent. We can do this. Right? Yeah. Yo, you want Bully 2? We can do it. Hey, you want to remaster Manhunt and see maybe who feeling it this gen? Hey, a full remake of Manhunt and bring it back and see how people, you know what I'm saying? They can make those moves. And then Sony could look at Borderlands and be like, yo, BioShock, you guys always talked about System Shock 3, but you never actually do it. We want you to do it. All right, give us that bag. System Shock 3. We got this. You know what I'm saying? Mafia, yo. Are you gonna Mafia 4 or do you want a new IP? Yo, we could do a new IP. We were thinking about this, but we gotta help out fucking Rockstar finish this GTA Online bullshit. Nah, do this new IP. Hear the bag. You see what I'm saying? And that's the most important thing for them, right? But it comes at a cost. Sony could be like, hey, they could be like Haven, Fire Sprite, Deviation. You guys are lucky, but all you other new dudes, sorry, store's closed because we had to put out. That's what I'm nervous about. If Sony decides, yo, we got to do Take-Two, what price do we have to pay? Less VR games, no more new cultivation of new studios beyond, Haven, Deviation, and Fire Sprite. What more is going to get sacrificed? And that's really what I want to talk about, because, and people say, oh, Sony can't afford $40 billion. Yes, they can. They can afford $40 billion, right? They can. They have a bank. People think Sony's like this low bro company. Granted, they don't have $2 trillion, but you don't need $2 trillion to buy Take-Two. You don't need $2 trillion to buy Take-Two. They could buy Take-Two if Take-Two's willing to sell. They could buy them, and that's what I'm nervous about.
Let me ask you this, Porter Rock. Let me ask you this.
Yeah. Well, let me do this. Let me pay the bills.
What if?
Let me pay the bills. So Dingo, $5. Yo, P-Rock, isn't The Last of Us 2 half done? Weren't we promised multiplayer as part of the base game? No, you was not. They specifically said it is not part of the game. It is a separate multiplayer. They actually put a tweet about it. This is what you get for listening to Post Up and shit. Don't be listening to Post Up. So he asked if The Last of Us 2 was part of the base game. It was not. They said it is a separate project, a separate multiplayer game. Still within the Last of Us universe.
Can I comment on that for a sec?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, let me do one more super chat and then you go. Andrew Wilkins, Xbox sunk to a new low, saying Microsoft will change culture at Activision. Heard Black Xbox say this, but they don't bring up Microsoft's illegally dumping electronics underground in Africa, harming their environment. Oh, shit. Oh, man, we're becoming... PlayStation's out here bothering Biden now, and now we're eco-friendly Avengers. I don't know, I guess. So what are you going to say, Project Cloud? Thank you, Andrew Wilkins. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
Yeah. It was actually about that super chat. So, well, here's the thing. Like, if you listen to certain people, half done or whatever, well, I don't think that's accurate. But I do understand where the question is coming from in that originally it was promised, but then later Naughty Dog changed their mind about that. And from my mind, it was for the better because they said, hey, we're actually just going to go make a full-fledged multiplayer game now that they want to have to the same level of quality as their single-player title. So to me, it was a win. But if you were somebody who was expecting multiplayer and single-player in the same package, like you got with the original title, then
and I did complain about that.
It was a lose. In
we all did.
I did complain about that because I know some people were saying, "Oh, The Last of Us single player." I got it, but the game presented itself with single player and multiplayer. It came as a package. And now the sequel, half of the content is gone. I understand most people only like the single player, but you still had a lot of people. I would say last gen, that was probably the best multiplayer. The Last of Us, factions. Yeah. It was great and it was unique. That's what made it great.
Service-based multiplayer, yeah.
It was unique. It was Max B, he said they ran J-Dub off his own pod to this safe space. Ah, man. What's he talking? Yo, J-Dub, Post-Up brought the worst, man. What?
Oh man,
Max B. You know Max B.
I'm glad he watched my show.
I don't know. Everything he was talking about just had to do with money and acquisitions. Like, it had nothing to do with no fucking games.
That's all. They listen. We know they don't care about games. But
Warhammer 62. He said,
"Yo, I want to comment on this whole White Knight in Activision."
Yeah. So let me do this last. Let me last super chat and get into it.
Hey, speak from the heart.
Hey, we about to go to the nuclear option. After the super chat, Warhammer 62 says, keep that same energy in these upcoming months. Well, if J-Dub's right and they got a contract, we'll have this conversation in 2024 when Exclusivity, when we have the PlayStation 6. We'll find out COD. So, apparently 3 more years of COD. So, anyway, Jay Barry, speak from the heart, brother. Speak from the heart.
Yeah, man. I was laughing just like you, man, with these motherfuckers because I'm like, yo, Microsoft was struggling to manage their studios before they bought Bethesda and Activision. How the fuck you think they're gonna manage Bethesda and Activision as well? They have poor management skills because the games that they've been touting for the last 3-4 years, it's not even been out yet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what you think you're going to be doing with, that's the reason why they said, oh, we're going to treat Bethesda and Activision, they can run independently.
They know. They don't want to fuck it up. We know. You ain't going to fuck it up. No. We're going to keep, so Bethesda, I could just imagine meeting. So so you bought us. So I guess us publishers, we're going to leave. No. You guys stay. And the publishers are like, but you're a publisher. No, don't worry about it. Phil's like, don't worry about it. Even like the publishers at Microsoft are mad. They're like, no, we can do it, Phil. Phil's like, no, you can't. Like, I see.
It's crazy.
You motherfuckers made me co-sign Bleeding Edge. You guys did that shit. So mind your business. Bethesda, you're good. Just do what you want. Just whatever. Pretend we didn't buy you.
Another thing
pretend we didn't buy you. We didn't buy you. Just do the same shit. So you're right.
It's another thing. These dudes out here, for some strange reason, they believe that Activision, because 1 or 2 developers say, "Oh, we tired of doing a yearly franchise, yearly annual game." You think that Activision gonna stop? You are crazy. Nobody in their right mind is gonna sacrifice them selling all them games just so they can better the franchise, a franchise that sells well anyway, regardless of what Metacritic score the game is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like who? If they want to make that $70 billion back,
plus a year.
You said they're gonna. Oh, but guys, we're gonna take a year off from Call of Duty.
We're gonna take 3 years off. 3 years off. 3 years.
People got to use their heads. People got to use their heads and think sometimes, man. Like that's the most idiotic thing I heard all year. I mean, we just got into the year.
3 years. Thing I've heard. They said they could put the game on hiatus for 3 years, let's say on a low ball, 15 million sales per year, low balling, they're going to give up 45 million sales. And not only that, even more important, the microtransactions that come with that game every year, are they out of their mind for something that the people who buy Call of Duty ain't really asking for? Because the people who are asking for this 3-year hiatus are the ones that don't actually buy or play it.
Don't play COD.
Like, they don't play COD.
They can't even give you a reason why they don't play COD. They be like, I mean, I just play COD because, they can't even give you a proper reason, but you wanted them to take 2-3 years off so they can better Call of Duty. Sit your ass down and shut the fuck up, please. You don't make no sense. It's not even on a business level. It makes any sense. I've been telling people this for like a whole week now. Like, why the hell would they stop making Call of Duty? It's their moneymaker. No. That's the reason why that shit is 70 billion, almost 70 billion. It's not because of, King is up there as well, but it's because of COD.
Yeah. That's the moneymaker.
$70 game that microtransactions is bought on billions of dollars is made off of microtransactions alone.
Barry. Hey, I was high as hell one day. I came up with a dumbass analogy, but it made a lot of sense, right? It should remind me of trick or treating.
As good as my McDonald's Killzone analogy.
Right. Hey, listen. Hey, it's like Halloween, right? Yeah. Because look, bro. They're dressing up. They're getting all these publishers. They wearing the mask and shit, knocking on doors. You know what I'm saying? Getting the candy, right? They collected it all. Get a smorgasbord full of candy in a big old pillowcase, smelly as fuck, sweaty. You know what I'm saying? Then, when you hand somebody a bag of candy, who gonna turn it down? Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody turning a bag of candy. You got all this shit. You mean all for me? I'm diabetic, but I might have a Snicker once in a while. You know what I mean?
You know, manage the blood level, sugar blood level. You know, manage the sugar level.
You know what I'm saying? So. It's a strategy that only Microsoft can do, and shout out to them because that's whatever.
Now,
look, I told J-Dub the other day. I said when we come in these parties and we talk these games and shit, real games. When we talk this real game shit, we really talking about games. Yeah. I don't never call Portal Rock. I just got Bloodborne for 60 cents, bro. I never call it. I never call. When do you hear people talk about great deals, bro? You don't. They're good to have, and I love them. Trust me, I like Game Pass.
But do you play this shit?
But I'm talking about experiences. Yeah. I'm talking about Horizon about to come out. I'm
talking about Ruth Chris.
We about to go be talking about that.
Like we talking about Ruth Chris.
We like McDonald's.
Yeah,
McDonald's is cool. When you know what I'm saying? When you with a little night fighter from the hood. You know what I'm saying? She hungry. You gotta feed her.
When you got your bottom chick. You have to stop playing. Let me stop playing. My wife about to you, man.
Look, and then these bosses. Another analogy, right? These bosses treat. Look, it's like you at the job and you having that monthly potluck, and you got Sharon that's always bringing that weird ass potato salad. Yeah. But everybody get happy when she come in with that pizza, though.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we know it's trash, but it's better than what you know what I mean? Like, bro.
So. We got Bapex Bill. He says Sony can afford any publisher, but they can't win a bid with tech giants. PS is all good as long as it's not MS that gets T2. If it's Apple, we're good. So you're right. So Sony cannot in a direct bidding war with Microsoft. Sony can't win, right? Because Microsoft will eventually outbid them. But I will say now's the time. If Sony were to do it, now's the time, because Microsoft cannot attempt to buy Take-Two right now. Because then it will look shady. Like, wait a minute, you're trying to buy Activision and Take-Two at the same time, right? Microsoft's not going to do that, man. They can't. They're stuck with buying anybody else until this deal goes through in 2023. So they're not. They might want to buy Take-Two, but they can't make the move. Sony's in the perfect position to be like, hey, Take-Two, let's do something and whatever. And if Microsoft tries to interfere, Sony could snitch. Hey, yo! FTC! This is what they're trying to do here. They snitch, bro. Like, snitch. Snitch to the European Union. He's like, they're trying to buy Take-Two too. They're like, no. So Microsoft's going to stay chill. They're playing nice. You see the good guy. Oh, yeah, we love PlayStation. We there's no way. Man, don't trust him, man. He will fuck your wife as soon as you turn around. Don't trust the dude, bro. Don't trust that Phil, man. Don't trust Phil, man. That motherfucker smiles too much. I never seen a man smile so much for no reason on a topic that doesn't even have any reason to smile. They could be like, hey, what do you think about Activision's, harassment and body contact? He's like, well, here at Xbox, we're family friendly. Why are you smiling? Like, you don't have to smile and talk. Like, no, that dude's evil, bro. Don't trust that dude, bro. Don't trust him. Like, who sent him, right? But,
Hey, Podrock, I heard rumors that when you see Phil Spencer's little Jerry curl drip down his forehead, that's the evil twin.
That shit, bro. You know, don't trust that dude. That dude's bipolar, bro. Don't trust that man. Don't trust that dude. He too nice. You know what I'm saying? He gonna Jay Barry, man. I'm telling you, man. You better buy an Xbox. Jay Barry's like, I ain't buying an Xbox.
Oh no, like I said, I was just giving 2 points. Yeah. Like I really don't have like a stance. I'm just giving 2 points to the field where. You know what I mean? I'm just.
It could go either way. In your way, it could go either way. Because you can understand.
Believe in Phil Spencer or whatnot. But you know what I mean? I also gave the point like far as like, hell yeah. If I was Microsoft, it's a game that I know people's going to buy regardless. Let me ask you this: if it's exclusive or not, like they going to buy that shit.
Let's say, Michael. Let's say they obviously they're going to under contract, but let's say they announce in 2024 the annual Call of Duty only on Xbox, obviously Game Pass and PC. Where would you go to play it? Because you're going to play it. I know you're going to play it. Are you going to play it on PC? Or are you going to get an Xbox console?
Oh, yeah. I'll play it on PC for sure.
You're going to play it with the PC cheaters?
Like the only way I would not buy Call of Duty if it's Infinity Ward.
Oh, okay.
Infinity Ward is the next developer, so I'm not buying that one. Oh. But yeah, Call of Duty, I will go wherever the game goes.
But on PC, though, don't they cheat like hell on that motherfucking platform?
Yeah. That's one. That's why my original thoughts. I said, I would buy Xbox because the PC dudes I know they cheat a lot. You know what I mean? But I personally don't think Microsoft is going to pull it like off. Like this is my 50% because I feel like they're just going to have Xbox Live on PlayStation like I have in Minecraft, and they're going to boast it in numbers. Like, yo, look how much people have here gaming.
We got 200.
Hit their 2 billion mark.
We got 200 million active users. That's what they're going to say. Yeah, and only 15 million. And only 15 million consoles sold.
Yo, now that you want to crossplay, you're going to have to log into Xbox.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, if I was running it, hell yeah, I'll put that shit exclusive. Like PlayStation, you got to hold that. That's what it is.
But Microsoft's gonna be like, we got 200 million people playing Xbox. Didn't you only sell 15 million consoles? Yeah. The fuck?
This the question. This the question I wanted to ask earlier.
Yeah, go ahead.
What if this deal doesn't go through? Then what?
Oh, so I don't know.
I don't think anyone ever questioned that, right? No, I'm not.
I think it's going to go through. I think it's going to go through.
Imagine.
Oh,
no, I think it will. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
Keep in mind.
But I think it's going to go through.
Nvidia had a $40 billion deal on the table to buy ARM. The government turned it down. Said nope.
So I would say the difference is because I think the semiconductor, what ARM and Nvidia does is a much smaller market than gaming. Gaming has a lot more publishers and a lot more developers out there.
Maybe so. Regardless of what it is, I'm just saying. What if though? Let's go down this avenue.
Right?
Because the deal is what if
2023 is going to be a banger?
If that doesn't happen. Microsoft has to pay Blizzard Activision $3 to $4 million, I believe. But then what does Microsoft do then?
I don't know. They try to buy Take-Two.
Hey, yo, if that deal don't go through in 2023, they better pray because you're going to have Spider-Man, Wolverine back-to-back. You better pray you have something. You know what I mean?
I'm going to laugh.
I'm just, listen.
That's funny.
I'm just being honest. Like, geez.
That's going to be funny. That's going to be funny.
I'm just wondering, what is Microsoft, what is their next step after that?
Because there's a lot of Call of Duty, there's a lot of newfound Call of Duty fans that just popped out of nowhere. I could have sworn they only like Halo.
Yo, I've been laughing this whole week, bro.
Like I hate Battlefield. I hate Call of Duty. Halo's a true FPS. Now everybody be loving that Call of Duty. They can't wait to play it.
You got these motherfuckers telling me how the Call of Duty player think. I'm like, when's the last time you played Call of Duty?
It's funny.
Don't play this shit.
There's some funny shit.
Go hands down.
Oh, there's some funny shit. That's
it's like, yo, Jay Bar, you gotta understand the Call of Duty player. And I'm looking at this. I'm like, the Call of Duty player, you're looking at one.
Let's talk about. Let's move on to the next. Let's talk about some games. Let's talk about Horizon. I guess new trailer.
The preview. No, the actual preview.
Yeah, preview. I mean, right? What do y'all guys think about?
Oh yeah, IGN got a preview.
Yeah.
I heard it's like an hour long
six,
right?
6 a.m.
So
I wake up.
I didn't watch it because
Get my
I don't want nothing spoiled. I can't do it. I can't do spoiled.
So there's no spoilers. There's no spoilers.
I guarantee
the guy had 4 hours. I watched the whole thing. The guy had 4 hours.
Yeah.
Hands-on time, play with it. And it wasn't the beginning of the game. It wasn't the end of the game. They just kind of sporadically threw him in there somewhere in the game.
They just did some.
So he had 4 hours with this game.
Okay. So he played it for 4 hours.
It was a developer copy. Yeah, developer copy.
Okay.
And he went on to say how they improved on every single area of the game from the first game. Every single area, from graphics to NPCs to traversals, just to everything. They just improved on everything, just overhaul. On top of that, the NPCs in the game are crafted with the same quality that Aloy is.
It looks
like think about that. In most games, right, the main character looks good, and the NPCs are just kind of generic. There's not these guys crafted every single NPC in the game in every village all over the place exactly how they did Aloy. It even has the character lighting, the sheen, and all that stuff that the hair follicles, all of that of every character. That shit is crazy, and they have been working on this game, I think, less than a year after Horizon Zero Dawn. And he went on right after that show. He went on to talk for an hour long with 3 more casts of this whole IGN breakdown or whatever. And he went on to compare Horizon Zero Dawn to Horizon Forbidden West. All the stuff that each one of those guys didn't really care about or what they could have did better in the first game, he went on to explain how it was better in the second game. And he basically said that this game is just going to be huge. And it's a huge game. Obviously, it's sitting around close to like 100 gigs, and that's with the cracking compression. So you know how fucking big this game's going to be. Mm-hmm. He said, we're going through the main story, side quests, and everything. You're easily looking at over 100 hours of gameplay.
Ooh, man,
so this is no one and done. Like people like to say one and done. This game is obviously based on, and then listen, this is just one guy's preview. We got other previews going to start breaking, every day and stuff like that. But this game is looking to give God of War and some of the other games a run for its money for GOTY already.
It's GOTY.
And then keep in mind,
absolutely.
Keep in mind,
GOTY.
This is a cross-gen game looking this good, looking next generation, right? This is a cross-gen game.
PS4 holding us back.
This game is not looking like it's PS4 is holding the fucking PS5.
Imagine when Horizon Zero Dawn 3 come out.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like I'm just saying, like I'm just saying, if year
when they
two,
really hit stride, Ghost of Tsushima 2. Listen, bro.
We're just in year 2. We're just in year 2 of the console generation for PS5, right? And these motherfuckers are already giving you these type of graphics. They already killed it with Demon Souls and Spider-Man Miles Morales and all that shit, right? And Ratchet and Clank. But Horizon, then you go God of War, and then on and on.
RDNA 1.5.
Yeah, RDNA 1.5,
19
right?
flops. 19 flops.
Listen,
I mean, yo, really,
10 T-flop overclocked.
T-flops.
10 T-flop overclocked.
Horizon just showcased, Horizon Forbidden West does showcase the reason why Microsoft is going out buying up these.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, boy. We love you. Thank you.
Yo, the game is beautiful, bro. Environment, level of detail with the characters. Ooh. Like, yo, bro.
Boy, did you see the School of Fish?
Oh, man.
Listen,
no, they show the what's it called, the slither fang and a little bit
all day.
And my God, yo.
I get the reference too. I get the reference.
Yeah.
I get the reference. Jacob Shabazz. He says, we always wondered what would kill COD. Now we know. Microsoft. Y'all stupid. He said, now we answer. All right, Bio Boost 441.
Man, they are the shooter box now.
Yeah, he said, Bio Boost 441. He said, glad to see the gang back. Horizon Game of the Year, GOTY. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be tough. If God of War comes out this year, then damn. Oh shit, be better on the PlayStation titles.
Listen to this though. Me and Kratos was talking about this the other day. Like, I brought it to the attention. Like, you ever notice how Microsoft, the shit they acquire still is samey to the shit they already got? So you're not really getting a new experience.
Yeah,
like
you're
that.
not. So you're not getting. Yeah. So you're not getting. You're getting the games you would have gotten anyway.
You got Starfield.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, wait, not even that. Listen,
No. The same type of game.
Oh yeah,
you got Starfield, right? You got Halo. Starfield. From that screenshot that I saw, it looked like Master Chief wrapped in aluminum foil. That's what it's like.
He said Master Chief wrapped in Reynolds wrap. He said he looked like Master Chief wrapped in Reynolds wrap. Like, what the hell is this?
Right, but listen, on some real shit though. Look at what's the game that's like Fallout in space? What's it called?
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
So I played Outer Worlds 1. I beat it.
Right.
Funny enough,
Starfield. So then you got Fallout.
Outer Worlds is a poor man's Fallout, and I beat it. I'm probably there's probably Xbox capping for that game that didn't beat it. I beat the game with the DLC. Yeah. It is a poor man's Fallout. It's all right, but it ain't that great that people were saying. It's a Fallout, but a bad way. It's not. It's okay. It's average.
Right. So
Fallout's better.
Right. So take that game for instance. Right. You got that. Then compare that with Starfield.
And then they're going to do Avowed. And Avowed's probably going to be a copy of Skyrim.
And then you got Avowed, like Skyrim. You see, then you got Halo, you got Doom, you got Call of Duty, you got Dishonored, you got Deathloop. Like, bro, like what? And then you got Wasteland. Then you got, what else they got? Any top down? They got Gears Tactics. Then it's just the same shit over and over again. Then you can have, but you better
disagree a little bit on that, but
all right, go ahead, Project Cloud. No, go ahead. Hey, this is
yeah.
We express the First Amendment here.
Do it.
60 frames, no lag.
I mean, at the end of the day, again, these are all our opinions about types of games we like and relating it to various concepts. But personally, I'm very excited for Starfield. And I'm not even an RPG gamer, to be honest with you. Like, I don't prefer RPGs. I prefer linear games, or at least games that are not RPG elements, to be honest. Yeah. But that being said, I really do think Starfield is really probably going to be the game of the year right now. Again, we'll see, but that's where I feel.
Let me ask you this: why do you say that? Why do you think it's game of the year?
Go ahead.
I'm asking. What feeling do you get that they're going to be game of the year?
Sure. Yeah, it's a game I've been following ever since it was announced. If you saw the original announcement of that game back at E3 2018, they really put it on a grand stage as Bethesda's next big game from Todd Howard.
Yeah. They did the same thing with Fallout 76.
Yeah, but again, that's multiplayer, and they're known for single player. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on that.
So we based it off Fallout 4 then, right?
So really
I'm actually more thinking about before that, actually.
So you talking about Skyrim then? We're talking about either New Vegas or Skyrim.
So really, the devs doing this.
Fallout 3, Oblivion.
Okay.
But this is the devs that did Fallout 4. But they also did Fallout 4. These are the devs that did Fallout 4. These are the devs that did Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout 3, and Fallout 4. That's all them. So technically,
Cloud, did you play Fallout 4?
So Fallout 4 is their last game.
No, I do not care for the Fallout franchise.
Oh, okay.
So again, look, could this very well be a game that ends up, was Fallout 4 like an 87 on Metacritic?
I don't know.
I think Starfield could be potential to be a really great game, but given the track record, I don't know about game of the year. Maybe I just got to see.
So what gets me excited is this is a game that Todd Howard's been dreaming about for many years, over a decade, I think is what they said. Yeah. This was actually the game the second most game they wanted to make after Fallout, being a post-apocalyptic game. So they've been thinking about this for years. Like I've been following the coverage, back to like interviews that he did with Jeff Keighley, where he was hinting at doing this type of game. There was new IP. Now, again, we have to see what the execution is, and plus we also know that Bethesda games tend to be buggy. So could that very well end up happening? Yes, it very well could. Personally, I feel that with Microsoft, because they have bigger resources to provide with QA and just all of the various things to get rid of bugs, and plus there's even been a delay as far as they're not on a 3-year cycle for this game. It's a 4-year cycle from their last big title. It's 76. So I feel good about this. Again, could I be proven wrong? Of course. For all we know, Horizon Forbidden West may not be as hot as the previews sound, but I think it's going to be a hot game as well. So it's just my feeling. I
Starfield is going to be ass.
I can tell. Hey, listen.
No, I think.
Look.
Listen. I like
happy
Fallout
that
and
you're
Elder Scrolls, so I hope Starfield ends up being a good game because I like those games.
So
you gotta play them on PC.
In terms of scale, it is going to be unbeatable. At least as far as scale.
Project Cloud. Let me ask you a question, brother. Yeah. So, what studio has Microsoft recently acquired that they have taken to the mountaintops and they just let off fireworks? What studio?
They to the mountaintops?
Yeah,
shit. I can't think of one that has
Rare.
Oh shit. Oh shit!
Rare.
Oh shit!
Sea of Thieves, baby.
So
20 million, 29, including J-Dub. 29 people, like 20 million people played that game.
Bleeding Edge.
So to Project Cloud's defense, I agree. Right. I have more faith in Bethesda than Microsoft with this project. Time will tell.
As long as
no faith in Bethesda.
Again,
I have no faith.
My feeling about it. Again,
as long as Microsoft minds their own business, as long as they mind their own business, Bethesda should be fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Mind your own business.
Yeah.
What would have gave me faith for that game is how they led off with that game. Any game that endues confidence, that oozes out confidence, you're going to showcase that game and its fidelity and its gameplay, not these concept-ass trailers that they're showing up there.
Oh, no. I love what they're doing with that. Now to your point, Bethesda, for a while now, they've been showing their games like 5 months. They were showing their game like the big showing at E3 before the game launched that same year. So that's just what they've chosen to do.
Well, there's no E3 this year, so what are they going to do?
No, but typically
when Bethesda that's Microsoft's number one exclusive.
They showcase that game with gameplay. They have gameplay showing as here's the game coming out this year. They showcase that game. They showed 2 trailers of that game. Matter of fact, 3 concept trailers of that game. That doesn't show me any confidence in the game. I think
all they do is
why you guys are giving this joint the benefit of the doubt.
I don't know.
You're gonna go and buy this game, or you're gonna go play it on Game Pass. It's gonna be a buggy ass.
No, they're gonna have to damage control it.
Bugs. They're gonna have
to fake hype it and damage control.
The game is gonna be ass.
That game is gonna come out. It's gonna be critically acclaimed, and y'all gonna cry like y'all did.
This is what they're gonna do. They're gonna do.
This is beast.
Every game is bad.
Staples came into damage control. He came into damage control.
These bots are gonna do what they normally do when Microsoft put out a bad game, right? They're gonna damage control. Say it's not about sales. It's not about Metacritics. I enjoyed the game as long as I care. As long that's what they're gonna do. They say the same thing about Battletoads. They say the same thing about Bleeding Edge. They said the same thing about Sea of Thieves when it came out. This is the typical thing. This is what they do.
I didn't know.
They fall for this Todd Howard trap every time.
Stop falling for the brown jacket
about every game that comes out. Fallout 4 was always the Fallout we wanted to create. Fallout 76.
Oh my God! Thank you, Phil.
Finally, we have it too.
Wait, hold on.
Up your ass.
Project Cloud, are you familiar?
Concept trailers. Concept trailers. You're not even seeing stuff if the game is concept trailers. The game is going to be ass.
Hold on, Bart. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Staples.
Halo, and that Slipstream engine.
Go ahead, Staples. Go ahead, Staples. Go ahead.
Hold on. So, Bari, let me get to a record. Can you predict Starfield's Metacritic right now?
Ass.
We haven't seen anything from it. We haven't seen it.
Ass. I want a number. What is that? A 70?
68. 68.
I'm not even showing.
68. The Microsoft template.
How you want me to predict a Metacritic off concept art?
of something you haven't even seen.
I'm saying it's gonna be ass because
He's saying how you know it's going to be great and you haven't seen nothing about the game. You don't even know what the game is.
Yeah, how you gonna be like, yo, what's the Metacritic guy? You know, it's concept art.
We don't even know what the fucking game is.
Yeah.
Like, let's face it. Let's stop.
What they're showing you is what you get in a collector's edition when you get the art book. That's what they showing you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put my Michael Pachter hat on right now.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about, Project.
As I see more footage.
Go ahead.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think the way I feel about Starfield, and again, I'm using my perception of the game, not your guys' perception that there's concept trailers and that's a weakness.
Right.
Oh,
I love concept art, so
Oh man!
But hey, to be fair, I want to put a disclaimer out. Project Cloud's a PC gamer, so he's playing this on PC. I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay.
He's not an expert.
I love.
I didn't want y'all to do a casualty.
Art book. I have all that stuff.
So Project Cloud, how do you feel about Star Citizen then?
Another game I play.
Oh shit!
You're not interested in that?
Well, interested, but it needs to actually release.
That's true.
That's just been in progress for 9
I'm only
years.
interested in the single player.
That's just like 9 years in the making, and they still. That's the only unreleased game that can make billions of dollars. Unreleased, like we haven't released it yet.
Facts.
Like motherfucker, you made like $7 billion already.
So it needs to release, and it needs to release on consoles.
Oh,
I agree.
Not doing consoles.
Could it release on
No
consoles?
thanks.
With all the shit it does?
It should.
I heard you need like 2 keyboards. I heard you need like 2 keyboards to input all the commands. Y'all gotta play like this and shit.
You need 18 monitors, and you need the flight and navigator.
Like what the fuck? Like that shit has more controls than a goddamn Boeing 747. Like look at all this shit you gotta do. Like what the fuck? And don't they sell like ships for like $2,000? Like you can buy a Starship like 2 G's. Like what the fuck are we really buying here? Yo, shout out to CB3. He says, didn't Phil say back in 2017 that he was gonna make a studio that would make a game like Horizon Zero Dawn? What happened? We didn't forget, Phil. Oh shit, did he say that? Oh, that would be a dumb thing to say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey,
did he say that, Staples? Did he say that?
I'm still waiting for.
I don't.
Hey, what about No Man's Sky? No Man's Sky is lit right now, bro. The biggest redemption in gaming.
Yo, that game, that game is the comeback.
Hey, who said that in the chat? Shout out to who said that in the chat.
No Man's Sky is the comeback game. That is not the same game that released. They did. That's true.
Yeah, that's not an RPG.
CB3 sent another super chat.
Nah, but it's a dope ass game. It's a dope game.
No Man's Sky is like a survival game, not an RPG.
Yeah. So somebody was asking me to predict the Metacritic for Starfield.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna think of an exact number, but
we don't know what it is.
Moment, I think it's gonna be a 90+.
Ooh, man, you got high hopes.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, bro?
Let me say it this way. I think Starfield is the most make or break moment for Microsoft. If they fail on this, then I'm really going to lose a lot of confidence.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this with Starfield.
You know what people are going to say? Those bots are going to turn around and say, "Oh, but they was making that game before Microsoft acquired them." That's what they're going to say.
But if it's good,
they can say that for themselves. But for me, this is a make or break deal.
I'm going to say this.
It needs to be that game of the year conversation quality.
I'm going to say this. The only thing that can hold back Starfield, besides, let's say generally the game's good, the one thing about Bethesda they have always been an issue with them is their games is very buggy. Every game they release is buggy. That's why their name is Bethesda, right? That's just how they are, right?
Yeah.
But given the level of quality and polish since Fallout 4, right? Because with RPGs like The Witcher, I think CD Projekt Red got hammered on consoles. You saw how they hammered CD Projekt Red. They fucking crushed them on consoles, right? Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna tolerate that level of bugs. Bethesda usually happens with their.
Thanks, Rollo.
With the bugs, like their games come out buggy as hell. I don't know if they're gonna
delay this if they need to.
I don't think they'll tolerate
it's in Game Pass.
No, but I don't think they'll tolerate the bugs as much. I think there's a low tolerance for bugs as much as compared to the previous gen. That's what I'm noticing.
They if a game comes out 76, they crush it.
Days Gone got hit hard because of the bugs.
to go where you can throw games out there and fix them later. That's what Game Pass is.
Oh my god! But I'm saying if the game launches buggy like the traditional Bethesda, that might hurt them in the Metacritic at least. I don't think it's gonna hurt them in sales.
It's not launching this year.
Now the question is, I think more of how buggy will it be compared to. Let's say
the previous launches, and Fallout 4, that would be the question.
Because there's some bugs.
It's not going to launch this year, man. It's going to get delayed for another 6 months.
Skyrim was bad,
and we see you in
2023.
Yeah, Skyrim is bad. Fallout 4 was definitely an improvement of Skyrim. For me, Skyrim was bad.
Skyrim was buggy. Skyrim was buggy as shit. Like, it was funny too. The bugs.
Skyrim was.
Andrew Wilkins.
I had to fix that shit.
My man said.
It's just one of those things that I'm choosing to believe that Microsoft will be able to help with getting rid of those bugs because they have a lot of
they don't
get rid of bugs. You think
Microsoft? Listen,
hold up. You think Microsoft produces polished games? The publishers ensures that the games are polished.
You better holler at Nintendo.
Are we talking? Are we talking about the same Microsoft here?
I believe Bethesda has access to more resources.
Resources to do what?
Help smooth out the game, make it more polished.
They can't even finish Halo. What you mean smooth out what?
Yeah, we still don't have
343 had all the resources.
Factions.
Microsoft don't have the same priorities that we have.
Wait.
Yeah.
The problem with Halo
I think they have a lot of resources.
It's not buggy, though. Halo isn't buggy. Like, it's not a buggy mess. It just needs content. Like, that's a different problem.
It's not buggy because there's nothing in it to be buggy.
Wait,
now I'm
stable. So you mean $70 billion can't fix that?
Can't fix what? Halo, but
yes, absolutely.
But Halo is a service game. Starfield isn't a service game. It's a single player game. They're two different games.
So billions of dollars cannot save. $1 billion can save anything.
Yeah, but I'm confused.
You shouldn't be. Yeah, if they had enough real estate, to put up that bread for a company that's been touching people, right? Morally, that's fucked up, right? And they decide to buy them. Hey, y'all touching people over there?
He said,
we
morally,
need some of that. You know what I'm saying?
He said, morally, fucked up.
Morally, but I'm just saying, like, if you have enough money to purchase this acquisition, this big old acquisition, right? Then you can't hire an external team to fix Halo. No, but make it faster.
They kind of. Well, Microsoft, to answer that question, Microsoft did kind of fix the situation.
That was a new project.
Well, Microsoft did kind of fix the situation. They realized, okay, I'm gonna tell you. So Phil looked at it, right? They saw how Halo launched, and they saw everything's missing.
Okay.
And he's like, man, this shit ain't working out. He goes, well, so what should we do, Phil? We'll just buy Call of Duty. Fuck it. Just buy Call of Duty.
Kratos, what did I tell you on the phone?
Hold on. Put Halo on the back burner. Buy Call of Duty. Fuck it.
They took Halo out on the track in the back of the barn. They put a bullet in his head and they got Price up there.
This ain't working out. So Call of Duty.
You can forget about Halo. Microsoft does not care about Halo anymore. They got
Call of Duty. Call of Duty's gonna be our premier COD. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Listen, Doom guy.
What do you think, Base Staples? You think that's what they did? They're gonna put Halo on the back burner now. It's all about COD.
Yes.
No, I think Halo is a service game, so it's gonna be like Sea of Thieves. They're gonna give it content over time. But
let me ask you this: but is Halo now the premier franchise for Xbox? Now that they bought Activision, or they're about to buy Activision? In your opinion, you think Halo's like Halo's still the number one prospect for Xbox?
Nope. That is it. It's the face of Xbox, but it's not the moneymaker. The moneymaker is like fucking World of Warcraft or some shit. Candy Crush.
That shit got put out to the pasture. They're like, dog, COD's the new baby.
It's still top 5 though, but I mean,
that's just never gonna be fixed.
All that shit. Nah, it'll be fixed. Even if it's dead,
whatever money was gonna go to Halo, that shit's going to COD. Whatever money was going to Halo, that shit got diverted to COD. Like, hey, give that shit to COD.
Yep.
I'm fucking with you. We're messing with you, bro.
They're about to do straight Game Pass, and they're going to give you a dope-ass Surface, and that's it, bro. They're about to step out this shit.
Andrew Wilkins, he said, Deathloop got an 86 score, and it's only worthy of a 75 score. with its bad FPS and character movement. Reddit critic is flawed.
Yeah, that game sucks, bro.
I didn't even bother. I didn't really was interested in the game. Like after I saw more, after I saw more of it, I'm like, I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that.
Look, I'll play the game and quote me. Y'all can post this when the fruition happens. I'll play it when it get on PlayStation Plus. That's when I'll play.
But it's never going there.
It's gonna be on Game Pass. It's going on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's gonna be on Game Pass.
They won a year from now. I don't know about that. You better get
Game Pass now.
You better get GameFly or some shit. If you want to pay cheap, get GameFly. That's what I tell people. Get GameFly.
Get that shit in the card, but
fucking get that shit delivered in a sleeve. What's up?
So somebody says in the chat, Master Chief will be in Call of Duty. It's going to be Call of Halo Infinite.
Call of for that shit is terrible. Like Halo 1 smooth. Like the way Halo moves in Call of Duty, he moves like a snail. Like these dudes, it don't even match. And the time to kill in Halo, they might have armor. They could put Call of Duty like Halo armor as like buying shit in Call of Duty. So now you got Warzone shit like that. Yeah, they could do that.
Well,
Call of Duty skins.
I think that's a good.
Halo skins.
Yeah.
You know what I heard? I heard that
for like $20.
I heard. Wait, we lost somebody.
Who we lost?
Oh no! I don't know how true this rumor is, but I heard from somebody. Somebody's whatever. It's one of the homies that they might they might do a crossover between Battlefield and Titanfall. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about
that's what I heard
in the EA?
Battlefield's in the fucking mud.
Yeah,
man, that game is finished.
EA don't know.
That's what I heard.
EA don't know what the
wait. I need to be talking about that game is in the fucking mud.
Wait, did you play it?
No, I haven't, but I saw
Yeah, I'm like level 50 in that bitch, bro. I haven't had a crash, haven't had a glitch, haven't had a bug. So I don't know what.
I man said today,
but did you play it? Well, I ain't touched the shit.
I'm just saying,
bro. I think today they said Black Ops 3 got more players than Battlefield. Black Ops 3 came out.
Black Ops. No, but Black Ops is. I mean. Which one, Black Ops 3?
Jetpack Black Ops 3.
You're talking about the player count? It dropped bad.
Yeah, the player count. Yeah.
I don't know.
On Xbox, I can't speak on PlayStation or PC, but on Xbox,
but on Xbox, y'all don't play no games though, so we already know that.
Then why they playing Black Ops over Battlefield?
Because there's like the 2,000 people that do play games. No, I'm just playing. I'm much with you, man. I don't know. That's weird. That's just weird. Maybe like
I don't know. You might be right.
I don't know.
They gotta make that free. Bro, the $70 multiplayer that don't work no more, man. It's a different landscape. That shit don't work no more, man.
So now, so right now I'm looking at, since you brought it, I'm looking at Xbox most played right now. So number 1 is Fortnite, obviously. Number 2 is Warzone. All right, that's obvious. Number 3 is Grand Theft. I'm telling you, man, Grand Theft Auto 5, bro. Gotta get the take 2, bro. And Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Number 4, Apex Legends, which is another free to play. Number 5 is Halo, free to play. Roblox, Roblox is free.
Free to play. I'm telling you, bro.
Extractions is number 6. I guess Game Pass. That's new, right? Just came out. I'm hearing people say that game is dog shit. I'm hearing people say that. People are saying that if it was a Game Pass, they will be pissed if they had to buy this game. So I'm hearing this dog shit.
Yeah, Siege. I'm not a Rainbow Six guy though. I'm not a Rainbow Six guy, but I played it, and I'm not playing that again.
So Siege, continue. So Siege is number 8. Man, that boosted up. I guess people went back to Siege. They said fuck Extraction.
It's Horizon Game Pass too.
Horizon's number 9. 2K22 is 10, Destiny's 11, and Madden's 12, and then Minecraft, and then so on. And then it goes down the list. But looking at Battlefield, looking for Battlefield. What the fuck is Battlefield? Holy shit.
Bro, I'm not lying to you. They said the Black Ops 3 got more players, bro.
Wait, hold up.
That's a fact.
Hold up. Did I miss Battlefield? I think Battlefield is gone, dog. It's not even on the list here. Son, I got Minecraft.
Oh, really?
I see Vanguard.
Bro, I wasn't lying.
Black Ops, Rocket League, Red Dead Redemption.
Hey, B Stables wasn't lying, bro.
No, I'm seeing. Look. So right now, all right, I'm at Rocket League, Red Dead Redemption, Ark Survival, PUBG, Madden NFL 22, because there's like they split the fan base, so that's why it's on there twice. Dead by Daylight, Valhalla, Skyrim, another Vanguard Season 1. That's probably like the Xbox Series X version. For Honor, Madden 21, Overwatch, Mass Effect Legendary, FIFA 22, 2K21, Smite, Sea of Thieves, Gang Beast, Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 4, Far Cry 6, Fallout 76, Hitman 3, Mortal Kombat 11, Warframe, Among Us, Yu-Gi-Oh! That's weird. Halo Master Chief, Sims 4, Star Wars Battlefront 2, DayZ, UFC, Brawlhalla, FIFA, Call of Duty Ops 3. Yo! Battlefield 20 whatever is not on the list.
Hey, what the fuck?
It's gone.
Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Black Ops 3 is the 50th game. Yo, Battlefield, the new Battlefield's not even on this.
And I love Battlefield, bro.
That's crazy. Yo, you know why? Because it's not on Game Pass. That's why.
No, they got to make it free, bro. The $70 player is just not going to fly with the kids, bro. The kids, they just going to say, I'm playing something free. I'm not paying for this. They got to make that shit free.
They're just going to play Apex, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
they're going to play COD. They're going to play something else. They got to make it free, bro.
But that low, you got motherfuckers playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, yo, that's just crazy. On Xbox, you know you fucked up when you can't be played more than Yu-Gi-Oh! On Xbox. You down bottom.
I'm gonna close my eyes. Put a rock. All right, read me number 37.
Hold up. Man, I closed the window.
Oh, my bad.
I closed that shit. I'm like, I thought so. Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, on Xbox, like one Yu-Gi-Oh! And Xbox don't mix. So when you,
what?
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's like a Japanese shit, right?
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! That's that card game. Wow, that's crazy. Just a guy. Rest in peace, Trashbox Series L. No exclusive, absolutely pathetic forever. In third place as it should be. Hold that massive L. Someone don't like Xbox. Shout out to him. Thank you for the super chat. Yo, so I guess, hey, let's close this shit up. Let's give us our final thoughts because it's time to eat.
Let's do it.
So who we got in the room left? Okay, so J-Dub left. So all day. Final thoughts.
What's up, brother?
Final thoughts.
My final thought is Xbox is still trash.
Oh shit.
But shout out to everybody who's a Game Pass subscriber because I am too. And we'll see y'all next week, man. You guys have a good week.
All right. B Staples.
I think it's a good acquisition. Don't really affect me. I don't really play any of them games, but I'm saying hopefully they bring back Crash and Spyro because that was my childhood, man. I like they got to bring that back, man.
Microsoft will fuck it up. Anyway, Project Cloud. I'm playing with you, Staples.
Yeah.
Final thoughts?
Look, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I mean, first of all, if the acquisition actually goes through, how Call of Duty is going to land, if it's going to eventually come exclusively to Xbox at some point, or is it still going to be on PlayStation? Is Game Pass going to come to PlayStation because of this?
This gen is crazy.
Yeah, it's really nuts. Look, I get it. Microsoft definitely has some questionable things, and even Halo Infinite is just kind of compared to what they originally promised versus the game as it ended up. Although I think they ended up decently, it just did not deliver on the absolute hype and promise of what they originally announced the game as. Which at that time, granted, here's me admitting my faults, if I will, that I thought Halo Infinite was going to be the final comeback of that series. Game of the year level quality. Yeah. Well, that didn't happen.
It's a good game.
Starfield will be the same way.
Yeah, Infinite. I just played the single player campaign. I think the campaign's good. But it ain't like goalie. Yeah. Like if people thought you were gonna get like the way we played the campaign back in the days on 360, it's not that. It's not that. It's not grand. But it's good. I recommend it.
Could have been a 90 plus, and it wasn't.
It wasn't. I recommend people play the campaign. I said it was good. I gave it a 7.5. I think it's a solid campaign. But it isn't. If people hyped it to be the campaign to be like back in the single, when the Halo campaigns was like a huge deal. It didn't meet that mark, but that doesn't mean it's not a solid good game. Yeah. And if you have Xbox, I say play it. It's a good game overall. Man.
Yeah.
As for me,
the story was disappointing compared to the gameplay, that's a problem.
It's okay.
That's a problem.
Well, anyway, grand opening, grand closing. This is your boy Puerto Rock 77. 60 frames, no lag. Check us out next week again. It was awesome. Thank you guys for stopping by. And we out of here because I'm starving. Peace.
Peace.
And that is it. We shut